in this gathering here, in which you will be presented with information and you will be given the evidence why you should continue to vote for the Unity Labour Party and why we will want you to come out in your numbers on the 27th of November, and we must change the status of Central Kingstown.
And every time I knock on me neighbor door,
comrades, the ULP won the elections of 2001, and we won the election again in 2005, 2010, 2015, 2020, and we will do it again in 2025. And the other part of the story is that when we did it in 2001 and 2005, when we had those resounding victories in the coffers of the Unity Labour Party, was the constituency of Central Kingstown. Unfortunately, we didn't have Central Kingstown after that. My call to you here this evening is that Central Kingstown must make a right about turn and return to the fold of Labour as you did in 01 and 05. Come home to Labour.
Me and my neighbor, voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor, voting for Labour.
We have presented you with excellent candidates over the past 3 elections. Today, we bring another classic example of an individual who is ready for representation of a people, and that is Marvin Fraser. And it is the hope of the sons and daughters of Labour, not here alone, not only in Central Kingstown, but in every constituency. Our eyes are trained on Central Kingstown because we are hoping that you will deliver to the Unity Labour Party this constituency, which was one who held our hands when we started governance in 2001. Central Kingstown, come home. Central Kingstown, come home to Labour. Central Kingstown, hold fast to that which is good. The good book tells us that we must hold fast to that which is good. And the Unity Labour Party has displayed in no uncertain terms over the past 24 years the goodness of governance here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And Central Kingstown is no exception. We have done excellent in terms of education, in terms of housing, in terms of health and wellness. We have done well in the transparency of governance. We have looked after the poor. We have looked after the elderly. We have made significant strides in tourism. And one of the things is that we have ensured over the years that we take care of those who are poor and underprivileged, because the good book also tells us in the Psalms of David that blessed is he that considereth the poor, for the Lord will have mercy on him in his day of trouble. And we have held that as a philosophy in terms of the policies that we put forward to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And as I say sometimes, there are some who miss the vision. But where there is no vision, the people will perish. But the ULP has a vision, a clear-cut plan for moving us forward. And we have made significant strides as a people from 2001 up to this current time. So much has been done. Last evening, I stood up in Rockies, and from that magnificent view, I gazed over Kingstown. And when I look over Kingstown, and I saw the modern port and how it looked, this magnificent edifice and structure designed to uplift our people, I say labor. Labor.
The workers lift up.
And when we look at what is happening out at Annesville with the construction of the new hospital, and when we look at what has taken place in Georgetown with the medical facility, and I remember having to travel out of state to go to have an MRI, and we could have it now here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right in Georgetown. That we could have dialysis being done, and so many persons in St. Vincent and the Grenadines whose lives depend on what is taking place at the facility in Georgetown. And when I look at the care of this administration in terms of persons who have had disaster, and I could talk about it firsthand, because I am from the Grenadines, in fact, Union Island, and I could look and remember the devastation that took place on Dalel Island with 99% of the roof being blown away. And this administration, under Ralph Everett Gonsalves, who came to the Grenadines, and he came there twice every week and went to every island and ensured that we are now at a stage where we are livable and everything is basically restored, save and except for a few minor differences. And when I look at the other side of the story, that Godwin Friday, who wants to be Prime Minister of our country, that when we were at our darkest hour, at the darkest side of midnight, he was nowhere to be found, because he left us and he went to Canada, and he left us without food, without water, and without electricity from July to October. But he didn't care. I said he didn't care. He took his Canadian passport and he left for his vacation, while there were persons in the Grenadines who were suffering significantly, getting wet at nights, getting back dry during the course of the day. It's this administration and Ralph Gonsalves who rose to the occasion and brought the Southern Grenadines in particular back to a sense of normalcy.
Dreams of brighter days.
But you know, the one thing about it is that under this administration, we have hope. we have hope, and we have faith. And I know that here in Central Kingstown, I see your sons and daughters headed for secondary schools, headed out of the community college. And I asked Marvin if he had a figure, but many of them are going off to study at various universities. And those who ain't going off are having their education here and having their tuition scholarships. What a time. And one of the things with our people is that we love our children. And where we ain't get for we work for them. Where we ain't get for we want it for them.
Destiny, Mama look from when you call me. Destiny, Mama look from when you call it. I wanna rule my destiny. Destiny, 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 destiny.
Now we let the traffic flow, please. Now we let the traffic flow. Somebody, comrades, I guess the police is here. The police go take charge of that particular situation. We know we having a roadside meeting, so we're going to get a little distraction from time to time with vehicles. But that is all right. That is all right. You know? I want to say that the road make to walk on Carnival Day and the road make to drive to on Election Day. But we will drive it in a very special way on the 27th of November. All those who want to play the presenting distractions, we will deal with that. The people of this country will deal with all the nitty-gritties on the 27th of November. We will vote the ULP back to office. Blow your horns.
Give them the big six. Give them the big six. All the neighbors shouting, labor, labor, working for we. On the hills they blazing, labor, labor, working for we. Don't hear all the trotting, labor, labor.
Nice. Nice. I am your host tonight. As the chairman of tonight's proceedings. And I have speakers behind me. And I also expect the arrival of Comrade Brewster. And here, the man from Central Leeward, who gonna mash up them bar and them down so.
Stand clear the moving truck, please.
Jaco.
This one you're bad. This one you're bad, bad, bad. This one you're bad. This one you're bad, bad, bad. This one you're bad. This one you're bad, bad, bad. This one you're bad. You know. Hold on. Who voted for Brewster? I voted for Brewster.
And we also expect the arrival of Camilo Gonzalez in a short while. So we have a bevy of speakers here tonight who will have a conversation with the people of Central Kingstown. And we will tell you why you must have your continued support for the Unity Labour Party. And make sure that if your children and them at home, according to old people, your granny and nenen, and all Toot Moon Bagay, you must bring them out to vote on the 27th of November to ensure the continued progress of our people and our country.
Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn down with your vote on election day. And when you vote for your party, remember to vote ULP. Burn them with the fire all the way.
Yeah, we gonna keep the fire burning. And we started the fire. We started the fire with a comrade who has been in the fire. None other than Comrade Elvis Charles, who would have contested the seat. And he loved cricket, and he's an opening batsman. So we gave him that that here tonight to come play some shots.
Labor! Calling all warriors of labor unity.
I love to hear when you blow them hard.
Creating history. This ain't no party. Never win 4 times in a row. Well, tell them the ULP winning again and adding more seats. Hearts will melt like butter when they feel the heat. It's good over bad, happiness over sad. It's right over wrong. ULP winning this one. It's truth over lie. Let your conscience be your guide. For this country they have no plans. Keep them in the opposition. Keep them out.
Okay, comrades.
Keep them out. They have no plans. Keep them in the opposition.
I want to say a special good evening to the people of Redemption Shops. I know you are not the only person listening, but there are people in the diaspora, there are people who are hearing us loud and clear all over the world. Redemption Shops has a special place in my heart, and I'll tell you why. For 6 years, I taught at the Lodge Village Government School. So all the people you are seeing here, most of them are products of the Lodge Village Government School, and I taught them at that time. Comrades, I love this area because it is full of talent, not only educationally, but when we talk about sports, when we talk about soccer, we have to talk about Redemption Shops. Comrades, I can never forget names like Tiba Prince. I can never forget Curtis Fame Joseph dribbling along the line for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I sat at Arnos Vale and couldn't believe that that little man could wiggle so fast between the legs of those soccer players. Comrades, I took over. I contested in 2010. And my very good friend Conrad Sayers, who is now deceased, he was the candidate before me. And he won handsomely. He was a good man. In fact, I was at St. Martin's Secondary when I went to his mother's house at Paul's Avenue. And he came there, and that commanding voice told me that this was a man of influence, a man of substance, and a man of importance. And I was not surprised at all when he contested on the Unity Labour Party's ticket and won the seat and performed excellently well. Comrades, even though I contested and didn't win the seat, that was only a battle, but we won the war. The Unity Labour Party won the war. We were elected to serve for 5 years. Comrade, and even after that, in 2015, the Unity Labour Party was elected again. And in 2020, it was repeated. And no doubt, comrades, in 2025, you know, you have seen, you have eyes to see that this is the party of choice.
Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is plenty licks.
Comrades, I'll just take a few minutes before I talk about Marvin. But I must talk about education. You would always hear me say, he who educates me loves me. And this government has spent millions of its dollars of its resources to educate the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and you, the people of Redemption Shops. Comrades, let us take a trip down memory lane. It is not that we weren't going to school, but it is the significant and radical shift that our education system took when the Unity Labour Party got into office. Every single child was given that opportunity and is given that opportunity to further his education. Education.
All the neighbors shouting, labor, labor, working for we. All the hills they blazing, labor, labor, working for we.
Education is not for the selected few again. It's for all of us. And I am encouraging the people of Redemption Shops, young and old, parents, grandparents. This is the time to help your children. Encourage them to grab education. Encourage them to develop themselves, because this party is going to help you. You are going to stand among the elites. This is no longer the stage for the chosen few. It is the stage for all of us. The Unity Labour Party has made it a level playing field, comrades. Comrades, let me just talk a little about the housing program. Please permit me. I live at Fenton Gap, and that is the gateway to two of the housing schemes built by the Unity Labour Party. And I have people here in front of me who have benefited handsomely. Let's talk about John. John said the other day, and I really love his speech. He said, being challenged is not the end game. Being challenged does not mean that you cannot make meaningful contribution. And I love that. I listened to him and I'm proud of him. And John got one of those houses. I drove my vehicle and took him home a few days ago, and he showed me his mansion. He said, this is where I live. This is what the Unity Labour Party gave to me.
When my pencil want the exits for labor, for who? Labor. Everybody, mother. Labor of the world that live up.
Comrades, I wouldn't touch it deeper than this, because we have Mr. Housing, the minister here, and he would tell you more. But Laverne, up at Lofty Heights, that is a person who has benefited again from one of the houses given by the government, given by the Unity Labour Party. Comrades, I repeat, I'm going to repeat what someone said to me. He said, if I want a house, it is so easy to get now. All I have to do is build close to a river and hope that we get heavy rain. Unity Labour Party would give me a house. And that is true. Comrade, let me tell you about this candidate, Marvin. When I knew him, it was through football. And you look at him and you can see a very confident young man, a competent young man, an intelligent young man, an assertive young man who is full of vigor, full of strength, full of energy, and is raring and ready to represent the people of Central Kingstown. Comrades, I appreciate his humility. He goes about his business not with any pomp, but he goes about in a simple way, asking the people to support him in the coming general election. And I know you would. People of Redemption Shops, I know you are going to support Marvin Fraser.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
You said this is the home of football in Central Kingstown. This is the man who is going to promote soccer in this area. In fact, there's a competition that was promoted by him, a month of football, and Marvin is going to take you further. I am going to ask you, comrade, give him that support, and you are going to see radical change in Central Kingstown. You are going to see radical change in Redemption Shops. Comrades, we love you. And that is one of the reasons why we have come here tonight to ask you to give us that chance, to give Marvin that chance. Comrades, enjoy the meeting. We love you, and we are going to be there for you come 2020, the end of 2025 until 2030. Thank you, comrades.
Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Show me your voting finger. Raise up your voting finger. Show me your voting finger. Raise up the voting. Alright. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Somebody say, "Whoa, we voting the comrade back." Yeah, we voting the comrade back.
Yeah, Camelo here, Camelo. Camelo going to pass some licks in Eastern George. Camelo is here with us. Me and my neighbor, we voting for Labour.
Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Alright, me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Somebody say, "Whoa, we voting the comrade back." Yeah, we voting the comrade back. That's why me and my neighbor voting for Labour. Voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor voting for Labour.
All right. I think that all of you are aware that we have multiple events taking place at this time. We have, besides our meeting here, there's another meeting. Will we have the next meeting only again elsewhere? No, we have one in Kingstown. Well, we have the meeting in Kingstown, but we have... And then Camelo have a little lime taking place in his constituency. And seeing that he is here, we want him to go and bond with his people in Eastern George. Because you and I, we want him to bring Eastern George bigger than ever before. It is already in the hands of Labour, but we want it bigger and we want it better. So I want to invite Camelo to the microphone. Let him talk to the people in Sharps and East Kingstown, and then we go let him go and go back to West Eastern George, where he could ground.
Comrades and friends, lions and lionesses, soldiers and warriors of the Unity Labour Party.
Labour!
For this election, we spreading the Labour love. Love, it's love. 4 in a row for Linton. In the opposition,
Central Kingstown!
it's love. We had him in
Labour warriors!
training, anxious for his time.
Blow your horn, man, blow your horn.
Eastern George. He ready to work, he ready to build. He is the man with the right skills. Burden to
We're winning again!
We're winning again, again. We're winning again, again, again. Right now we need all hands on deck.
Comrades of Labour, soldiers and warriors of the Unity Labour Party, lions and lionesses of the ULP, comrades of Sharps, of Central Kingstown, of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, united as one powerful army, it is time for the soldiers and warriors of labor to report for duty. It is time for the soldiers and warriors of labor to assemble in their brigades and their battalions and get ready to march to the polls in unprecedented numbers. It is time for us to send a message to the New Democratic Party that the politics of the past belong in the past, and the politics of owning your future are the politics of labor. And if you want to own your future, you have to vote for labor.
Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is plenty licks.
Comrades, I want you to bear with me for a minute and listen to me for a minute while I tell you a little story. And I want you to pay attention to the story carefully, because the story will tell you why the New Democratic Party is the wrong party to govern in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And it is a simple story. It might be a little long, but I want you to bear with me. This story is about a pickup truck. This story is about a Nissan pickup truck. This story is about a white Nissan pickup truck 2025. Are you with me so far? All right. Now, let me tell you how this does work. Every member of parliament, every 4 or 5 years, gets to bring in a vehicle and get a duty discount. Okay, so everybody in parliament, whether opposition or government, they get to bring in a vehicle every 4 or 5 years. And they get to bring it in 75% duty off. Okay? 75. But every 5 years, the political parties get to bring in things 100% off. Every election. You get to bring in your jersey them, you get to bring in your poster them, you get to bring in your horns, you get to bring them in and open no duty on them. And you get to bring in a few vehicles 100% duty off. Okay? Are you with me so far? Politicians get to bring in at 75% off, and every election, the parties get to bring in some vehicle at 100% duty off. All right? But when the party bring in a vehicle 100% duty off, it don't belong to no politician. It belongs to the party. All right? And if a politician want to bring in a vehicle, he had to bring it in. He get in a discount, but he had to pay the other 25%. And if you don't pay the other 25%, you're robbing the treasury. And you're robbing the government. And you're doing something illegal. You with me so far? All right. Now, very recently, the New Democratic Party bought some vehicles. All of the vehicles are 2025 vehicles. Some of them they buy from Crises. Some of them they buy from Star Garage. All of them value $120,000, $150,000. Because you know they have plenty Chinese money in their pocket right now. Now, they bring in a Nissan pickup truck, a white one, 2025. It value over about $130,000. You with me so far? All right. Now, if a politician bring that in, the politician will have to pay 25% duty. But if the party bring it in, the party don't have to pay no duty. And they do that every election so everybody get a fair chance to compete against one another in a democracy. But if a party bring it in, it does not belong to the individual, it belongs to the party. And if you try to bring it in yourself,
and try to take 100% duty, you're doing something wrong. You're breaking the rules. What I have to tell you is this. That white Nissan pickup truck that came in, that value over $130,000, it came in 100% duty free. But an opposition politician that you know registered the vehicle in his own name against the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Nissan pickup truck, white, 2025, $130,000, was not registered in the name of the New Democratic Party. It was registered in the name of a politician that represents the New Democratic Party. Listen to me. And in doing that, in registering the vehicle in his own name, the politician who should have paid 25% duty paid no duty. And therefore, the politician pocketed about $20,000, $30,000, depending on the exact value of the vehicle, in your own pocket that he should have paid by law to the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Don't let them fool you.
Don't make them fool you.
Or even try to school
Don't make them school you. The next line. We have a mind of our own, and they're not going to trick us in 2025. And the politician who paid zero duty when he was supposed to pay $20-something thousand duty did it in concert with a friend that they have who works in the income tax. I ain't gonna call the friend name. I am not telling you if the conspiracy was a criminal conspiracy or a moral conspiracy, because I am not here tonight as a lawyer. I have my own views, but at the very least, it was immoral. Because you have an advantage. I, as a politician, have an advantage as a member of parliament that plenty people in here don't have. I can bring in a vehicle once every 5 years and get 75% off. But I still have to pay me little 25%. But even that was too much for this politician to pay. This politician decided he ain't paying nothing. He want all the money for himself in your own pocket. Now let me tell you why that is important. It's one out of three things. Either the politician is dishonest. And if the politician is dishonest, he does not deserve your vote. Because if he dishonest now, imagine how he going to be dishonest later when he has some real money to get his hand on. And if he's not dishonest, he was trying a thing. And politics and governance is not a place where you try a thing to make yourself get a money. So for that reason, he should not be voted for. And if he wasn't dishonest, and if he wasn't trying a thing, it means that he does not know how government operates in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And if you're dishonest, you shouldn't get no vote from anybody. And if you're trying a thing, you shouldn't get no vote from nobody. And if you don't know how government work in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you shouldn't get no vote from nobody. So whatever the reason is that the white Nissan 2025 vehicle was registered in an individual politician name. It is wrong, and it disqualifies that politician from being a representative in any constituency in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So when the wicked them rise up and try to spy time, oh yeah, them a go feel the wrath of the Almighty. When the wicked trouble you, oh yes, when them trouble you.
Before a man say, praise God, I get a 75% off. He say, no, me want 100% off. And me no care. Me no care whether or not the rules allow it or whether or not the law allow it. I deserve forget it, so I go take it. And if you're doing that now, imagine if they were trying to do it later when they had their hands on the treasury and the purse strings of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They would make themselves rich and make everybody in this audience suck salt. Comrades, how many of you, long story short with that, long story short, somebody brought in a vehicle and registered it against the laws of this country in order to save her money. That's long story short. And it disqualifies them. Well, I'm the Minister of Finance. I don't catch it and I don't suss it out. So either it have to go back in the name of the NDP or the person who driving it have to pay for it. One or the other. But let me tell you something. Those of you, I see this is a crowd called Mega. Mega is a man, the old and the young love Mega. So we have a cross section here, old and young. But I want to ask the older comrades in the Labour Army, those who voted from 1998 and 2001, all you raise all your hand, let me see all you for a minute. And respect you to all you. Because it is your sacrifices that made Labour what it is today. And if it wasn't for your sacrifices, the ULP would not have been in office. But let me ask all you, if all you remember something in 1998, 2000 named the Greedy Bill. All you remember the Greedy Bill? For those of you who don't know, the Greedy Bill was a plot by the NDP to pay themselves more money and pay the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines no money. So they went to Parliament to pass a law to make the politicians, the NDP politicians, get more money in their pocket. And the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the time rebelled and revolted. And there was a roadblock revolution in this country because we said you cannot thief money for yourself and leave the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to suffer. Wait. We come into that. And so we moved in the streets of this country and we forced the NDP out of office because of their Greedy Bill. And you would think that they lose office because of the Greedy Bill. And they have 17 years to study the fact that they lose office because of the Greedy Bill. You think they would have learned the lesson. But the fellow who represents you here in this constituency, St. Clair Leacock, stood up in front of a microphone and said that the biggest problem, the fundamental problem in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is that politicians not making enough money. That the biggest problem in this country is that politicians need more money in their pocket. You could imagine that? Of all the problems that we have in this little island, hurricane, storm, education, whatever the problem may be, the biggest problem, he say, is that he need more money. So he is telling you a simple thing. He's telling you a very simple thing. He's telling you that if he ever come back into office, his first order of business is another Greedy Bill. He's telling you that his first order of business is to put more money in his... The NDP is not a political party designed for governance.
17 years they rule this country.
They kill all our industry.
All of them. It is not a party designed for governance. It is a party designed for individuals in the party to make a money for themselves. It is a fast money scheme designed to make money for themselves. And the fella who they have leading the party, the fella with the weak knees and the jelly back, ain't got the spine to stand up to those who want to thief and make money for their own self. But Leacock is in his last trip round the roundabout politically. And Cummins is in his last trip round the roundabout politically. They have no interest in governing this country. What they have is an interest in lining the pocket. And a vote for the New Democratic Party is a vote for people who want to sell out St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to say that again. A vote for the NDP is a vote to sell out your own country.
Me nah sell out my friend.
And we now sell out your friend then.
This my friend. Be a blessing, me son. Please your guide and protect them. Nah sell out.
Comrades, the very fundamental question you have to ask in this next election is whether you want the government you elect to serve the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or whether you want the government to serve foreigners and the politicians that you elect. That's the question you have to ask. And I will tell you why. Your representative, St. Clair Leacock, has said, in addition to the fact that he said the biggest problem in this country is that he wants money for himself. The next thing that he said is that the first thing he will do is sell out the hospital that we're building in Arnersville. That he will privatize the hospital in Arnersville. I want you to, and the port, but we come into the port. I want you to understand what that means. Right now, your kidney bad, you go to the hospital, the treatment is free. Right now, you want to deliver a baby, you go to Milton Cato, it's $30 to deliver the baby. Right now, you have to stay at the hospital overnight, it's $10 to stay there overnight, and you get tea, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Right now, healthcare in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is affordable. And if you don't have the money, nobody fighting you. You go and get your healthcare still, and we go right off the bill. When you privatize healthcare, you are saying to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines that the first thing we're going to ask you is how much money you have. Not where does it hurt? How do you feel? What medicine do you need? The first question will be how much money do you have to pay for healthcare? And if you don't have the money, you don't get the care. And Leacock has said plain and straight that one of the first things he will do is sell out the hospital and privatize healthcare. That is more money coming out of your pocket. And then he doubled down. And he said, you know what else? I'm going to sell out the port too. And you know what else they will do? The land at Arnersville that we have kept empty on the tarmac since we opened AIA because we're building a modern city there. They're going to sell that off to their friend them. And the land where we moved the port from, they're going to sell that off to their friend them. And at the end of it, all of them will be rich and driving 2025 Nissan pickup truck. And all of we go be sucking salt same way. Because they are not interested in you.
Them never want see we strive. So them set all bad road in our life.
They don't want to see we strive.
Them never want see we strive. So them set all bad roads in our life.
But what?
But
I know what's burning you. Bad mind go kill you.
I know what's burning you. No love.
No love in the heart. No love in the soul. And they said to you plain and straight that they will sell your passport. And when they sell your passport, you don't make money off of the passport selling, you know. But they make money off of the passport selling. Because they're friends. Every time a passport sell, a lawyer get a commission. And they're running it to make the lawyer friend them get the money and kick it back to them. That is why they want to sell passports. And when they sell passports and you can't get visa to go foreign, and when they sell passport and we end up on a blacklist and no money can come down from overseas by Western Union and MoneyGram, you know what they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you who cares. Because some of them already have a Canadian passport in their front pocket. And when they go to the airport, they ain't getting any long line with we, you know. They cut in through the short line. They flash the Canadian passport and they go on about the business. And they will not care that their selling of your passports and your sovereignty leaves you to suffer. Because they want the money for themselves. And they went when they were in office and they signed a contract in Kanawan. 650 acres of land for 99 years. And they told the fella who released it for 99 years that all they have to do is pay 16,000 EC dollars a year. That means an acre of land in Kanawan right now renting to them white people for 2 EC dollars an acre a month. Where in St. Vincent and the Grenadines you could get a piece of land for $2 an acre? Where you could get a house for $2 a month? Where you could get a shanty for $2 a month? It ain't possible. But they cut deals with their friends to lease land in Kanawan for $2 an acre for 99 years. And when Ralph Gonzalez said he want back the land, Friday jump on a boat and go down there to reason with the man who had the land and say, don't study Ralph. Don't study Ralph. I got your back. Because the New Democratic Party is not in service of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The New Democratic Party is in service of foreigners and in service of themselves.
People why them sell we out. Where them eat for a coulda chicken or pizza. Tell me why you do with that pizza? You never talk like Lisa. Them sell we out.
Comrade,
what make you do with that pizza?
they will run. You know who want to buy your passport? Saudi Arabians, Syrians, Chinese, people from all Iranians, people from all over the world want to buy your passport. But they are all foreigners and not Vincentians. But when they call from overseas and say, run and bring a passport for me to sell, they go jump on a plane and go sell it and leave you right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because they will be serving the foreigners who give them cash and not the people who give them votes. Is a grave and present danger to the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And understand what I'm telling you. If you love St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you cannot vote for the New Democratic Party. When you walk into that booth, when it's you and God alone and your conscience, you have to ask yourself some questions. And when you're in that booth, it is a moment for you to be a patriot and make sure that your vote helps to advance this country called St. Vincent and the Grenadines that we all share. And you have to ask yourself in that booth, not what your country can do for you, but in that moment, what you can do for your country. And the thing that you can do for your country is to vote for the Unity Labour Party on election day. Understand that? So if you're asking yourself, I want to vote for my country, you have to vote for Labour. And if you say, I ain't voting country, the next thing you have to vote for is your party. And the Unity Labour Party is miles ahead of the New Democratic Party in every possible measure.
When my pencil want the exits for Labour, for who? Labour. Everybody, mother. Labour of the world, man, live up.
You know how much time the New Democratic Party has spent governing a country? These current 15 people? 0 years, 0 months, 0 days, and 0 minutes. Not one of them, not one of the 15 candidates has ever spent 1 minute governing a country. And they are the only political party in the entire Caribbean, and I believe in the entire world, where not one of their members has ever spent 1 minute trying to govern a country. And worse than that, there is nobody around to tell them how to govern a country. Because Sir James Mitchell of blessed memory can't come back and tell them how to govern. And Alan Cruikshank can't tell them how to govern. And John Hahn can't tell them how to govern. They have done their time and served their duty and moved to the great beyond. If the NDP ever came into government, not one of them would know how to pay a salary when month end come. Not one of them would know how to build a house. Much less, they wouldn't even know how to dig a septic pit. Not one of them would know how to fill a pothole. Not one of them would know how to go to the World Bank or the European Union or foreign countries to negotiate to get loans and benefits for the people of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Not one of them would know how to get scholarships for your children and for your fellow brothers and sisters to go overseas. Not one of them would know how to do one thing. They would come in as nappy chinks, as learners, trying to learn on the job. And this is not a time or a place or a moment for nappy chinks to come and learn on the job. This is a time for experience, for wisdom, for knowledge, and for leadership.
Keep them out. Keep them out.
They have no plan.
Keep them in the opposition.
So, comrades, if you're voting country, if you're voting for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you have to vote for Labour. If you're voting which party better, you have to vote for Labour. So we don't them there. Let we say we vote in leader. If you vote in leader, you have to put Ralph Gonsalves against Godwin Friday. And that is the easiest question that anybody in St. Vincent and the Grenadines would ever have to answer. Because Godwin Friday does not have what it takes to lead St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He is weak-kneed, and his spine make out a jelly. So when that fella, I know that he knows somebody brought that white Nissan pickup 2025 truck in and signed it up in your own name instead of the party. I know he knows. But I also know he don't have the spine to stand up to that man and tell him, you do the wrong thing. Go and do the right thing now. He is not a leader. And he cannot lead his own troops, much less lead the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But Ralph Gonsalves, say what you want about him. That man is a leader. That man is strong. That man has vision. And that man has dedicated his life to working for the upliftment of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You might not agree with every decision you ever take. But when you're sitting there with your face against the cold face, you have to make some hard decisions. And Ralph Gonsalves will always make hard decisions in the interest, not of politicians, not of foreigners, but of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, wherever they are. Understand that. But there's another reason why Friday can't be our leader. And the reason is a simple matter of faithfulness. I want you to listen to this. When all of us go into Parliament, the first day we walk into Parliament, we place our right hand on the Bible and we make an oath and we swear to Almighty God that we will be faithful. You hear that word there? We will be faithful and bear true allegiance to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That is the oath that we take. That we will be faithful. Women, all you know what faithful mean? Because if you have a man and the man tell you that he will be faithful to you, but by the way, he have an ex-woman down in Atley Hall and he have an ex-woman down in French's, that means he is not faithful to you. Because faithful mean one and one alone. But Friday don't have one and one alone. Friday have two. He have a front pocket woman named Canada. And he back pocket woman named St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So when he made an oath to be faithful and bear true allegiance to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, he lied to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And when he and Bramble took an oath and said that they are under no allegiance to no other power in the entire world, they lied to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So they have two masters. The book of Matthew says you can't have two masters. Because if you have two masters, you're going to love one and hate the other one. Or at some point in your life, you're going to have to choose between one master and the next master. Your leader must never have a position where he has to choose between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and another country. Your leader, if Friday was prime minister and on election day, Canada call him and tell him he had to go Canada to go on jury duty or to do something in service of Canada. He go have to jump on the next day Canada and run go Canada even before he vote. Because you're going to end up in jail if you don't do it. You cannot serve two masters. If Canada call Ralph Gonzalez tomorrow and say, come, because you had jury duty, Ralph will say, my only duty is to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear it.
Understand that?
Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is plenty licks. Hit them for six. Hit them for six. This time is plenty licks.
I don't grudge Friday a Canadian passport, you know. I don't grudge him. Plenty people go overseas and they get passport for living in other country. And more power to you. Do what you have to do. But the minute you go and you swear allegiance to another country, you are saying that you don't want to be the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that's fine. But don't have it both ways. Don't have it both ways. You cannot be a Canadian and be a Vincentian Prime Minister. Plain and straight. So if you vote in country, the answer is Labour. If you vote in party, the answer is Labour. If you vote in leader, the answer is Labour. So you have one more thing you could vote on, and that is which candidate is the better candidate for you. And in that case, I submit to you with full confidence that the candidate who is better for Central Kingstown is Marvin Mega Fraser.
Marvin Fraser. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're jumping for Labour. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're voting for Labour. Marvin Fraser.
Since I day in politics, every election, Leacock say, well, if me not win, me not run again. Every single election. If me not win this time, me not run again. And then he lose, and then he run again. And then he come again and say, I will never serve in opposition another time. And he lose, and he serve in opposition another time. Because he is not concerned with you. He is concerned with himself. And when he looks at the day after election, as he will look at the day after election again, on the 28th of November, he will say, I can't sit down and do nothing. I'd rather go and be a representative for beat up my own chest. But not to help the people of Central Kingstown. Leacock has gone around the roundabout enough times now that we can say thank you very much. You have served, you have been voted. It's time for you to go on into the horizon and do something else with your life. That's what we're supposed to say to him. No disrespect. Like Barry Samad used to sing, step aside now, another man come to take over. And that person is Marvin Mega Fraser. It's time for Leacock to step aside and let another man come and take over. Marvin is a man rooted in this community. Marvin is a man approachable by anybody in this community, no matter which party they support. Marvin is a man who you never hear name call up in no rascalness and worthlessness. Marvin ain't going never go up on nobody's gravesite and thief flowers them off your gravesite. Marvin ain't going to do nothing to embarrass the people that he represents. Marvin ain't going to go nowhere. Anyway, I ain't going there. But I only know where I was going to go. I only know where I was going to go, but I ain't going to go there. Marvin will not embarrass you. Marvin will serve you with honor and dignity and dedication. And when he swears to you that he will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you know when he put his hand on the Bible that Marvin will be telling the truth. Marvin is a candidate for the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Every time I hear Leacock talk, Leacock tell me how in 1979 he climbed Soufrière. 1979 is 46 years ago. And he's still telling me about in 1979 when he climbed Soufrière. I just climb Soufrière every year on my birthday, but I don't talk to all about it. And the next thing he does talk about is in 19 when me eye there me knee, when he was head of football. And St. Vincent nearly make World Cup. 19 But Marvin was head of football much more recently than that. And Marvin understands every young football player in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All the football player them from Leacock Nancy story, they home now, they retired. And we say to all of those football players who are retired, thank you for your service. You have done well for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we say the same thing to Leacock. Thank you for your service with the cadets. We appreciate it. Thank you for your service back in the days when me I there mini. Thank you very much. You've done your time. But now it's time to step aside now. Another man come to take over.
Give them the big six. Give them the big six.
All the neighbors shouting, labor, labor, working for we. All the hills they're blazing, labor, labor, working for we.
I want you to understand that if you have personal issues, and everybody will have them from time to time in 5 years, and you want or you believe that your representative can help you, not help themselves, but help you, you first need somebody you can approach. The most approachable one is Marvin Mega Fraser. Then you're going to need somebody who has the energy to go out after you tell him your problem, to go out and try to solve your problem. And that person again with the energy will be Marvin Mega Fraser. And it has to be somebody that you trust to help you. And the only one of them that can earn and keep your trust is Marvin Mega Fraser. And it has to be somebody who has, in addition to himself, the support of experience, willing, knowledgeable leadership to show him where to walk and how to tread to get to the right destination. And once again, the only person with that experience standing behind them and having their back is Marvin Mega Fraser. Comrades, I feel a change sweeping across central Kingstown. There is a natural mystic blowing through the air in central Kingstown. And we know that that natural mystic will blow Sinclair Leacock out of office in this constituency.
Right now we're doing this one mega. We don't want the major. Marvin Fraser. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're jumping for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're voting for labor.
Comrades, if you happen to see over the next few weeks and months, if you happen to see anywhere in this country a 2025 white Nissan pickup truck being driven by an NDP politician, I want you to ask them how much duty they pay for it. That's all I want you to ask them. Don't cause no controversy. Don't cause no fight up. Just say, that's a very nice vehicle. How much did it cost? And how much duty did you pay for it? I want you to ask them that question. And then I want you to ask them, by the way, is the vehicle in your name? Just ask them those questions there. Don't do nothing else. Don't do nothing else. Just ask them that. And the answer to those questions will tell you anything you need to know about who you should vote for in the next election. Comrades, we come to you with plans. We have come to you with a manifesto that is 108 pages long. We've come to you with a document called Developing SVG into a First World Nation that is 69 pages long. And we are coming to you with a youth manifesto that is 40 pages long. And all of those pages add up to over 200 pages of plans, thousands of policies and programs for the advancement and development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we bring it to you because we believe that you deserve the respect of hearing what our plans are and getting them in sufficient time that you can digest them and understand them. The New Democratic Party has been in opposition for 17 years. And here we are, almost 1 week before election, and up to now, they can't show you the plans for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They say they're coming with a manifesto later on this week. Well, let me tell you something. They take so long because they had to see our manifesto first. And see what they could do with our manifesto first. And then they take so long because they had to go back and edit the manifesto. Because they came out and told the women of this country that the big idea for women is to give all you $500 to go breed. And when they found out that that was such a bad idea, they had to go back to the manifesto and start to rub out the plan there and write in something else. Because they are not ready with plans for the country, only plans for themselves. Their plans are to enrich themselves by raising the salary, by privatizing our assets, by kowtowing to foreigners in the Grenadines, and by cutting what they can, how they can, when they can, and sell some passport. That is the plan. But the plans for St. Vincent and the Grenadines still in development. Wait and see. We go tell you when we get elected. We go tell you tomorrow, next week, next year. That is not how you govern a country. So we have given you our plans. And our plans are a sacred contract with the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And anybody will be able to pull up our plans at any time and say, "Comrade, you promised us this, we expect you to deliver it." And we have them in details so you understand our roadmap for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we have told you our plans to the year 2040. 15 years into the future, they come into you and telling you plan they have for the next 60 days. So what are you going to do for the next 4 and 3/4 years of governance after the first 60 days done? They didn't tell you that up to now. Politics is serious business for serious people. And even if you don't want right now to read every page of our manifesto, I tell you the manifesto in sum right now. Principle number 1, people over politics. Principle number 2, love over hate. Principle number 3, unity over division. And principle number 4, Marvin, Mega, Fraser over Sinclair Liquor. You are the change in Central Kingstown. You are the change that will bring Labour back to the Unity Labour Party. They bring Central Kingstown back. You are the change that will have us return to the glory days of Labour in Central Kingstown. You are the change. Politics is not about badmanism and rude boyism. It is about service to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And your servant, your friend, your comrade, your supporter is Marvin, Mega, Fraser. Soldiers of Labour, go to the polls early. Soldiers of Labour, line up in your 2s and 3s and your brigades and your battalions and go to the polls early and vote for the man who is here to serve you and not serve himself. Because there is a natural mystic blowing through the air. And if you listen carefully to the horns, where Bob say it could be the first trumpet, but it might as well be the last. Because the last trumpet is blowing for the NDP. Listen to Labour. Listen to the winds of change in Central Kingstown. Could be the first trumpet. Might as well be the last. Blow your trumpet. Marvin Fraser for Central Kingstown. Labour for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Love and unity for all the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Comrades of Central Kingstown, I love you. I hope you excuse me that I have to run. But I love you all. I love you all individually and collectively. And Marvin loves you even more. He is your servant. He is your friend. He is your comrade. And he will be the next representative of Central Kingstown. God bless. Good night. And God bless St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Oh! Labour! Oh! A natural mystic. We could feel the winds of change blowing in Central Kingstown. Carmelo, you are excused. You are excused. I tell him say a little thing quick and go back and meet the people and them in West St. George. But he had so much to say. He had a mouthful. And here what happening. This audience here, these sons and daughters of Labour, you swallowed every word. Because he made the case. He made the case for Marvin. He made the case for the ULP here in Central Kingstown. Oh yes. Comrades, after that eloquent delivery, I want to keep you on a particular level. So I'm going to call Rafidan. I'm going to call Rafidan. Let me keep it a little nice, because that's how we just do it till day by, you know. We just mix it. They following we, but it's all right. We are the pioneers. We set the tone, and the rest follow.
Good night, Central Kingstown. Good night, Central Kingstown. Let me see the six for ULP. Big up Mega. Big up Brewster. Big up Luke. Big up everybody. Let me see the six for ULP. When you ready, DJ?
This election, me war Ralph win. So in Central Kingstown, we voted Marvin. Cause you know Ralph smarter than Cummins and Godwin.
For 25 years, we put with us in Labour. Central Kingstown, voting Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red, let me see the red. For 25 years, put with us in Labour. Central Kingstown, voting Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red, let me see the red voters. Every Labour man and woman you feel represent. Instead of Prime Minister Ralph be the president. Because the work ULP doing is excellent. So keep Ralph at the Prime Minister resident. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. Yeah, let me run it one more time. Yeah, Central Kingstown.
This election,
Me war Ralph win.
So in Central Kingstown, we voted Marvin. Cause you know Ralph smarter than Cummins and Godwin.
For 25 years, we put we trust in labor. Central Kingstown, voting Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. For 25 years, we put we trust in labor. Central Kingstown, voting Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. Every labor man and woman you free represent. Instead of Prime Minister Ralph be president. Because the work you will be doing is excellent. So keep Ralph at the Prime Minister resident. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. For 25 years, we put we trust in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. For 25 years, we put we trust in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. We vote in Labour again this election. Camelo Carlos, them are the big man. All 15 seats Labour. Let we win strong. Don't listen to NDP Friday and Colin Graham. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. For 25 years, we put we just in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. For 25 years, we put we just in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. Last one. If you want a favor, so let me see the red voters. Yo, me no want see no yellow. We voting Marvin and Carmelo. After this 6 year waiting them 7 for 30 more years NDP I feel Lego. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we voting Labour, we voting Marvin Fraser. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. For 25 years, we put we just in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. For 25 years, we put we just in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. Yeah.
NDP only gonna make the place harder.
So we vote in Chevron, Kizal, Peters and Grace Walters. It better if Ralph win. So Ralph smarter than
Nikak and Godwin. In Central Kingstown, big up Marvin.
You know, Fluffy, I know if you're in the thing Friday. There's a song with plenty lyrics in it, you know. Huh? Elvis? That's a good one. Yeah, man, that's a good one. Let me get a little thing about it, but we voted Marvin Fraser. I telling you, Fluffy boy, I calling for anchor. Where Fluffy? Where Fluffy? Ruffy. Come give me a little piece again, boy. Watch me. Yeah. I like that. I like the spirit of it. I like the lyrics in it. And here what has happened. He carry a message in it too. He carry a message in it.
This election, me war Ralph win.
I rough it down.
So in Central Kingstown, we vote in Marvin. Cause you know Ralph smarter than Cummins and Godwin.
For 25 years, we put we just in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. For 25 years, we put we just in Labour. Central Kingstown, vote in Marvin Fraser. ULP, I was there if you want a favor. So let me see the red voters. Every Labour man and woman you feel represent. Instead of Prime Minister Ralph be president. Because the work you will be doing is excellent. So keep Ralph at the Prime Minister resident. When you see me and my friend them on election day,
We vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser.
when you see me and my friend them on election day, but we just in Labour, Central Kingston,
Vote in Marvin Fraser.
ULP always there.
If you want a favor,
So let me see the red.
let me see the red voters.
For 25 years, we just in Labour,
Central Kingstown.
voting Marvin Fraser.
ULP always there.
If you want a favor,
So let me see the red, let me see the red voters.
we voting Labour again this election. Camelo Carlos them,
are the big man.
all 15 seats Labour.
Let we win strong.
Don't listen when they be Friday and Colin Graham. When you see me and my friend them,
On election day,
we voting Labour.
we vote in Marvin Fraser.
When you see me and my friend them on election day,
We vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser.
for 25 years, we just in Labour. Central Kingston, voting Marvin Fraser. ULP always there.
If you want a favor,
So let me see the red, let me see the red.
voters.
For 25 years,
We just in Labour.
Central Kingston,
Vote in Marvin Fraser.
ULP always there.
If you want a favor, so let me see the red, let me see the red voters.
Yo, me no want see no yellow. We voting Marvin and Carmelo. After this 6 year, we hitting them 7. For 30 more years, NDP, I feel Lego. When you see me and my friend them,
On election
thank you,
day,
thank
we
you.
vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. When you see me and my friend them on election day, we vote in Labour, we vote in Marvin Fraser. For 25 years, we
So when you see me and my friend in election day, we vote in Labour. Marvin Fraser. Boy! According to them, you'd boyaka. Comrades, we're going to have a discussion with you now. Because we have had Camilo, and I know you get a mouthful. But I bring in Luke Brown, the candidate for East Kingstown. Your neighbor. And we hope this time that East Kingstown will come home to Labour. Comrade Luke, come and talk to your neighbors.
Joe! Rastafari. Home, oh children, home. Wanna go home. Oh, yes, children, home. Got to go.
Comrades of Labour, comrades of Central Kingstown, make some noise for Marvin Fraser tonight. Make some noise for Mega tonight. I want you to make some mega noise in Central Kingstown.
If you don't stop blowing the horn,
Blow your horns in Central Kingstown.
if you don't stop blowing the horn, I will not.
Blow your
have
horns
another
in
word to
Central
say. Please,
Kingstown.
please stop blowing the horn. If you don't.
Comrades, we know how to make Daniel Cummins and we know how to make Sinclair Leacock quiet. All you have to do is blow your horns. Blow your horns and they go sit down. And I want you to blow your horns and blow them out of Parliament in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And when you finish blowing them out of Parliament, I want you to usher in a new era with Marvin Mega Fraser as the representative for Central Kingstown. Are you ready for Mega Fraser? Are you ready to vote for Mega on the 27th of November, 2025? Are you ready to go to the polls next week, Thursday? Are you ready for a new and a better representative in Central Kingstown? Are you ready for a change in this constituency? Comrades, it's time for you to get honorable representation in Central Kingstown. And as I have said on the platform several times, on the platform of Marvin Mega Fraser, there's a reason why they call him Mega. There's a reason why they call him Mega. And you may have seen that there was a recent promotion in which he is referred to as a mega star in the Unity Labour Party. Comrades, mega is an important word. It's a word that comes from the Greek. Blow your hands, blow your hands, blow your hands. Blow your hands for Labour.
If you don't stop blowing the horn, I will not have another word to say.
Mega comes from the Greek, which means big or great. And what that tells me is that you are going to have great representation from Marvin Fraser in this constituency. In the song we just heard, it says that for 25 years, we are putting our trust in Labour. And we are not just putting our trust because we want is good for our country. And that was one part of the song, and I'll elaborate on it. And the other part said simply that in Central Kingstown, we are voting Marvin Fraser. And I want you to do exactly that when we go to the polls next week. We are putting our trust in Labour because we have seen the track record of Labour in this constituency and in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. When we see that in the life of the previous administration, we had a situation where more than half of our children who should have been in secondary school were not in secondary school. And we have a situation today where 100% of secondary school age children are in secondary school. That is a reason for us to put our trust in Labour.
Only Labour shouting, Labour, Labour working for we.
When we look, comrades, at the progress we have made, not only in terms of secondary school education, but when we look at the progress we have made with respect to university education, where we are on target to have one graduate of the college or university in every household of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that is a good reason for us to be putting our trust in Labour. Before the Unity Labour Party came into office, if you went to the University of the West Indies, be it in Barbados, be it in Trinidad and Tobago, be it in Jamaica, or be it, make some noise for Labour.
Labour working,
Labour
working for me. Labour is working, Labour working for me. Labour working.
Labour, the workers lift up. Yo, Labour people, you
Comrades, we having a good time in Sharps tonight. Comrades, we enjoying Sharps tonight. Comrades, in the previous administration, when you went to any campus of the University of the West Indies, in Barbados, or Trinidad, or in Jamaica, or at the open campus right here, there was only a handful of Vincentian students on those campuses. These days, if you go to those campuses, you are going to see a big community of Vincentian students there, because this government has put the policies in place that allow Vincentians to pursue higher education all over the world. Comrades, we went from a situation where there were only a handful of university scholarships. I know it very well. I know the number of scholarships that were offered when I was a student at the community college. These days, the government is delivering thousands upon thousands of scholarships to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines so that they could be in university. Comrades, and that is just half the story of education. Because the community college was a shadow of its current self. Only about 200 or 300 persons or students were at that community college. These days, we see that we have a big and a vibrant and a growing community college with a space for every student who wants to pursue their education at that institution. We are seeing great strides in education in this country. And that is why, as the singer said, we are putting our trust in labor for 25 years and counting. And comrades, the matter of education is one thing. We could also look into the arena of healthcare. 25 years ago, it was not possible for someone who was affected by kidney problems to go into any healthcare facility in this country and get dialysis services free of cost. But because of the policies of the Unity Labour Party administration, that is happening today, and that is why we continue to put our trust in labor.
Stand up!
So the progress in education is very clear. The progress in healthcare is very clear. And comrades, we have made progress in other areas of our development as well. And one of the very important areas for us to pay attention to, because it is so fundamental, has to do with what is taking place in the economy, in our economy. All right, comrades, we're going to take a pause so things could settle back down. comrades, we've made progress in education. We've made progress in healthcare. Very importantly, we have made outstanding progress on the economy. And this is something that the people of this country have taken note of. And this is the reason why we continue to put our trust in Labour. Before the life of this administration, St. Vincent and the Grenadines had the second lowest economic growth rate in the Eastern Caribbean. And today, we have the highest economic growth rate in the entire region of Latin America and the Caribbean after Guyana. And we have it as a result of the policies of this administration. We have it because the government said, where there is a will, there is a way, and they set about finding a way, for instance, to build the international airport at Argyle. As a result of building that airport, we were able to attract investments to our country that have led to the development of this nation and that have led to jobs for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are in a job wave right now. We have hundreds upon hundreds of Vincentians working at Sandals, for instance. That includes people from right here in Sharps. That includes people from every community in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And there is more in store for us when it comes to the economy and when it comes to jobs. In addition to that, comrades, we have to look at the overall picture with respect to the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And there are all kinds of jobs available for persons. I was speaking to a contractor recently, and he was telling me that he is having great difficulty finding person to work on his job sites. And when we look at the official statistics, we see that the unemployment rate has fallen tremendously from where it was, 27%, to under 10% for the first time in the history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are making great progress. And beyond that, we should pay attention to what is taking place in the wider picture of development. Because we have made strides as well where the human development is concerned. We see this reflected in the Human Development Index. In 2018, for instance, we were ranked 91st on the Human Development Index. 5 years later, 2023, 2024, we improved that situation and had a ranking of 81st. And then 1 year after that, we went even further and we now have a ranking of 76th by that index, the highest ranking for any Windward Islands. And we are going further. The Prime Minister has announced his intention to make sure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines attains first world status, and that is exactly what we are going to do.
Me and my neighbor, voting for Labour. Me and my neighbor.
So comrades, in the country at large, we are moving in the right direction. And these elections are about making sure that we continue to move in the right direction. These elections are about hitting the NDP for 6.
We giving them licks with 6.
And these elections are about making sure that you have good and decent and proper representation in the constituency of Central Kingstown. And comrades, from my knowledge of Marvin Fraser, who is a man with excellent professional skills. You know him. You know that he is an IT professional. You know that he has worked in many different parts of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and he has a good reputation for his work, and he is going to bring that good reputation to the Parliament and to the Cabinet of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And he is going to help with important projects that are relevant in this information and technology age, in this age of artificial intelligence. And apart from those professional skills, you know about the work that he has done in sports and the work that he has done in the community. Right here at this facility, he pulled off an impressive football event a few weeks ago. And that showed you what will be the focus of his work as a representative. Right now, he is working to ensure that we have a very effective inaugural semi-professional league for footballers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He is going to take football to a higher level in Central Kingstown and in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. When you have a man with these type of skills, and when you have a man with this type of heart, and when you have a gentleman with a firm and solid and strong commitment to you, you have a winner right here in Central Kingstown. And Marvin Fraser has proven himself to be a dependable man. Marvin Fraser has proved himself to be an excellent candidate who is a part of an excellent team of the Unity Labour Party. And this is why we look forward to a change coming to this constituency, and a change coming to East Kingstown, and a change coming to West Kingstown. And in these elections, we are also going to see a change coming to the Northern Grenadines. Because even the Northern Grenadines is going to come home to Labour in these elections. Comrades, I want you to stay focused on the objective in this constituency. I want you to rally with Mega in the highways and the byways. I want you to finish strong in this important campaign and make sure that we achieve that decisive victory on election day. We are fighting for the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are fighting to make sure that we stay on the right path in terms of our development. We are fighting to protect our economy. We are fighting to preserve opportunities in education for our children. We are fighting to make sure that you have somebody who you could rely on and count on in times of disaster in this constituency. And I am here to commend to you the brother, the one and only Marvin Mega Fraser, as the representative for Central Kingstown.
I'm a coming in hot, hot, hot. Fire in the sun.
So comrades, I'm looking forward to that big victory on election day. Work hard and vote solidly for Labour and Marvin Mega Fraser in Central Kingstown. Thank you, comrades. Good night.
Put your hands in the air. Yesterday was labor, today's labor, so we say labor. Yesterday was labor, today's labor, so then tomorrow, then tomorrow, then tomorrow, when we shouting labor, forever red we say, forever labor, forever red we say, forever labor, forever red we say, forever labor, forever red.
Comrades, thank you, Comrade Luke. Let me say this here. To the sons and daughters of Labour, friends, well-wishers, and supporters of the Unity Labour Party. Whenever there is any political meeting taking place by the NDP, don't disrupt it. Don't go. Keep your distance. Don't cause no controversy. We ain't want no hooliganism, and we don't want that. We ain't disrupting nobody's meeting. In the beginning of this meeting, Elvis Charles prayed and he asked that everything that we do with honor and dignity and decency. And that we keep it that way. We will not be drawn in to anybody hooliganistic behavior. We come to set an example of what a government is offering to a people, what a political party is offering to our people. And one of the things that we are offering is that we are offering decency, tolerance, and we are offering dignity. And let we keep it that way. In the end, we are all Vincentians. Let me don't forget that. Loki Montana. Loki, Marvin said to come to the platform and do your thing. I following the instructions of Marvin, the next representative of this constituency. Where the technical people come, move the podium and thing for me, please.
Squeeze it, please. Squeeze it, please. Central.
Right now we're doing this one mega. We don't want the major.
Marvin Fraser. Central Kingstown. Right now, I want to walk with me, right? We're going to do this thing. I want to make a chant with me. Let me go. Marvin Fraser. Marvin. Squeeze it, please. Let me go. Let me go.
This one mega.
See the flag,
Marvin Fraser.
Let me make a bounce.
Marvin Fraser. Yes, we jumping for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we voting for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we rocking with labor. Marvin Fraser. We don't want to see major. We rocking and we jumping.
All the jump.
We voting for labor. Labor for labor. Labor for labor.
Where you voting for?
Jumping and we voting for labor. For labor.
Let me see the red. Them. Let me go. Let me make a wave. Red.
We red. We down in. We red. Put the X by the star and hot up them head. We red. We red. We down in. We red. Put the X by the star.
Let me go. Let me chant again.
Marvin Fraser. Yes, we jumping for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we voting for
who jumping for?
Marvin Fraser. Yes, we rocking with labor. Marvin Fraser. We don't want to see major jobs. You and I can see. Fraser is the man for we. A man who loves the progress. Filled with integrity. The man is working to build up all the community. And every youth get them and see. Take care of the family. We want to see better. So we voting mega. Me and my neighbor. We voting mega. We want to see better. So we voting mega. Me and my neighbor. We voting mega.
Yeah. Right now we're voting for future development.
Yeah, big up mega.
And it's only offered and guaranteed by the Unity Labour Party, right? So when we X by the star and we bring in on Fraser, there we go.
We rocking and we jumping and we voting for labor. For Fraser. For Fraser. We rocking and we jumping and we voting for Fraser. For Fraser. For labor. We red. We red. We down in. We red. Put the X by the star and hot up them head. We red. We red. We down in. We red. Put the X by the star and hot up them head. Right now we voting.
Yeah. Thank you. All the make sure go out on the 27th of November. And for the X by Mega, Marvin, Fraser. Alright? They hear the word. Comrade. Love.
Keep it pumping, keep it pumping.
I was buried alive, but I'm still breathing. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. I am
Anybody
alive.
come here from Central
There
Leeward?
must be a reason.
Or on the rooster?
One more chance. My
Central
heart's still
Leeward.
beating.
Here comes your son.
Buried alive.
Labor.
I'm still breathing.
Still breathing.
I
Still
don't
breathing.
know what tomorrow may bring, but I got a feeling. Oh, now I am alive. There must be a reason. I was given one more chance. My heart's still beating.
Central Kingstown.
Now all this time I've been blind. Only running against the wind.
I see ya.
Friends of mine, pass with time.
Yes.
After living a life of sin, some many give up, many give in. It's my determination to win. I survived the worst of times. I survived.
Thank you. Thank you, DJ. I am happy to be in Sharps and in Central Kingstown. Tonight, we have a magnificent gathering. And I know that there are those who are hearing me in your homes. And tonight, I don't plan to be long, but I plan to lay out before you tonight a straight platform as to why you should elect in Central Kingstown Marvin Mega Fraser, and why you should continue to stay with Labour, especially during these times. First, I want to let you know, the people of Sharps, and I want you to pay close attention to what I'm saying tonight. I want to let you know that standing before you tonight in Central Kingstown is a young man who came from a similar area like Sharps. I want to let you know that standing before you tonight is a young man who came from the bowels of poverty. A young man who didn't have much. A young man who was the son of a teenage mother. A young man who was raised by an extended family, by a wise old woman who instilled in me very early some of the necessary qualities and characteristics that I need to get to the next level. And I want to tell you that tonight, standing in Sharps brings me back a lot of memories. Because I am no politician who grew up with a golden spoon in his hand or in his mouth. I am not the politician who was sheltered in a big home. And I always say, I am proud of where I am from, because I am from humble beginnings. And it is my humble beginnings that has grounded me in humility, that I can serve the people of my constituency and by extension, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I want to lay that first at your feet to let you know it ain't no bad boy talking to you. It ain't no man who is a fly by night. It's a man who worked hard to make something of himself so that he can help the people of his constituency and the people here in Central Kingstown and across St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
They can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to frown. Keep the vibes and I stood my ground.
I want to tell you tonight, Sharps and Central Kingstown, that this election that is going to take place next week is a serious election that will have serious consequences if we do not do the right thing. There are a lot of things that are being parried about across the internet and social media, and I see a lot of young people getting sucked into it. But tonight, we have to unmask a lot of these fallacy and a lot of the foolishness of the new Democratic Party. Right here in Central Kingstown, you heard Camilo spoke earlier about some of the shenanigans of the new Democratic Party. I always say, as a politician, your first aim is to serve your people and make sure you serve them well. Your first aim as a politician should not be to find out how much money you're getting at the end of the month. Because if your mind is fixed on money, it is only money that will move you to do things meaningful in your constituency. And I'm always reminded that the good book says, the love of money, you know the rest of it. And I have to be very straight with you tonight, Central Kingstown. I have to lay before you, because this election, the NDP is trying to make this election about Ralph and Camilo and Storm and Eloise and Randy and Sabi and Carlos. But this election is not about us. And I want you to pay attention. This election is about the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This election is about the future of your children and your great-grandchildren. I see a lot of persons making silly and sly comments about what this election is about. And I will tell you this. This election, on one side, we have the Unity Labour Party. And we came to you and we presented to you our plans to take St. Vincent to the next level. And the other side, they came to you and they presented pledges and promises. And I always say, plans are what shape how you move forward with your next task. But pledges are just mouth talk. They are just words. They are not actions. And over the years, you know that the Unity Labour Party has been a party of action. It has been a party who has delivered on numerous things across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. When we came to you a few years ago, when we came into office and we said, we have a vision. We have a belief to take St. Vincent and the Grenadines to the next level. And we said we have to start it by educating our young people and our children. The NDP, because of their short-sightedness and their blindness, they said it cannot happen until 2030. They said we cannot send all of our 11-year-old to a secondary school until 2030. They said that people from poor people, pick me, could not go to university until 2030. And I want you to pay attention. Because there was once a time in this country when there were the high and mighty and the rest was left to suffer. If you came from a poor family up here in Sharps,
You couldn't say that I want to be a doctor or a lawyer because there were only a few that were handpicked to study those fields. I have to remind you where we're coming from. And if you're a young woman here in Sharps, and at an early age, you may have a little boyfriend and something happened and you get pregnant. That was it for you. There was no second opportunities. This government put in place a number of programs and projects that would help to uplift the people right here in Central Kingston.
Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching you and me on to victory. Too far to turn back.
And we did it over the years. Many of you, you know Victoria Park back under the NDP. It used to be a dust bowl. It is this Unity Labour Party that upgraded that facility now to a top-class facility. And right here in Sharps, right here, we have been in contact through the SVG Football Federation to see how we can transition this playing field into one of the first playing field here to get AstroTurf. Because we know that this is a sporting community and we know you love the sport of football and we have to work with you to develop this facility. And there are many who would say that I am not in government and I can't do nothing. But I present to you Marvin Mega Fraser, a man who I knew from way back when. He is not a lazy man. He pulled off something here magnificent a few weeks ago. And he didn't say, I ain't in government, I can't help my community. He came out and he mobilized and he organized with the people on the ground. And he said, together, we can come together and do this to uplift our community in Sharps. There are some who will come to you with words, but be careful of them. Because they will come to you looking like sheep, but they are wolves only seeking to devour your community. There are some who would say to you that the fundamental problem here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is that parliamentarian salary are too low. Let me tell you something. When I got elected in 2020, I didn't know if I walk in for $10, $50, $20. I didn't know that because that was not my primary concern. My primary concern was how I can help my people and how I can help St. Vincent and the Grenadines to get to the next level. And I want you to pay attention, because if all you can talk about is money, it means that your mind is fixated on money. And any chance you get to get money, you're going to take that chance. It doesn't matter what it entails. I want to tell you, the people of Central Kingston, in the next few days, the campaign that they are running in the NDP, which is a nasty campaign, a gutter campaign, it's going to be elevated. And they are saying all kind of things, nasty things, about the Unity Labour Party and its candidates. But I always say to them, because I'm guided by the good book, yet though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, because none of them ain't going to run me out. I am telling you this, Central Kingston, you are going to have an opportunity to either bring meaningful change to your constituency or to continue with the backwardness of the current representative that you have here. I will say this to you. It is time for Central Kingston to return to the bosom of labor. It is time for you to come out of your wilderness days. Because you should ask yourself, what has my current representative brought to my constituency in the past so much years that he's there? You have to ask yourself some serious questions. And I always say this to you. There's one thing that troubles me and troubles my soul. You see these little children.
You see, when you make a promise to them and you break that promise, it hurts me to my core. The NDP came to us after Hurricane Beryl and said that they're going to organize $100,000 to help students in the Southern Grenadines. And I am reminded in the book of Mark, when the little children were coming to Jesus, the disciples were pushing them away, saying, no, Christ ain't have no time for all you. Not now. And he said to them, stop that nonsense. And he said, suffer the little children to come unto me. And you know why he did that? Because they are innocent. And he loved them dearly with all his heart. And you see, the minute you break the innocence of our children, I have a serious problem with that. And I am asking the new Democratic Party and its leadership, because you have a representative here who is supposed to be a senior member in the party. And he sees nothing wrong with breaking the promises to the little children of the Southern Grenadines. Up to today, they have not said a word as to that money that they said they would give to the children of the Southern Grenadines. How do you as a parents feel that even outside of office, the NDP is breaking their promises to your children? So do you think when they get into office, they could be better? Never. And I see my partner John here. And John always said to me, whenever he called in on the radio program, he said a bad opposition will always make a bad government, because you are known by the company you keep, and you are known by your deeds. By your deeds you shall be known, NDP.
Gonna fire banner, we got Babylon and the free talk coulda never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me.
Comrades of Central Kingstown, you have to read between the lines. While the Unity Labour Party, we are busy saying to you, the young people, we want you to own your future. The NDP, on the other hand, they're busy cursing you and telling you Labour people hungry. Well, I want to tell them this. If Labour people hungry, they could depend on the Unity Labour Party government to feed them, because that is nothing new to us. And they would tell you again, they would say to me and to Marvin and to Luke, well, are they have a sing for all your supper? But I would tell them, I'm not singing for my supper. I am defending the future of our children. And I would further tell them that I prefer to sing here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines than to sing for the passport sellers that are lined up to sell out our passports and our citizenship. I have one passport, and it is a Vincentian passport. Marvin had the same thing. Luke had the same thing. One passport. And I love my Vincentian passport. And I hear comrades say, me too. But the leader of the opposition, he has two passports. And he said that he has the Canadian one proudly in his front pocket, and the Vincentian one in the back pocket. So you know, when you put the one in your back pocket, what does do? You just sit on it, and you just pass gas on it, because that don't mean nothing for you. And I can imagine when they asked him, so of the two passports, you have to sell one. Which one you want to sell? And he go say, I hear him saying, boy, you see this one in my front pocket, eh? This is precious to me. But the one in the back pocket, the Vincentian one, it ain't mean much. And I want to tell you this, because if you're not listening and you're not paying close attention, you will not get it. The NDP has been, over the past couple election cycles, owing money to the financiers of the campaign. And as we speak, some of those financiers are currently here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Because if you owe a man for over 20 years, he come in on the ground to collect your money. And if you get a little windfall, and I want the people to listen to me, if you get a little windfall, the first man going to reach by your door to collect the money you owe him is the financiers who all have been singing for the New Democratic Party. And what does this mean to you? It means that your children will not get the resources that they need. It means that your family will not get the resources that they need because they have to pay the man them first. And we have to pay attention to these things. After natural disasters here in this country, because for the past 4+ years, we have been through some difficulties. And we came to you in all honesty. At every point, we kept you informed as to what we are doing and how far we are. And after Hurricane Beryl, we know the amount of devastation that was caused across St. Vincent. And I know right here in central Kingstown that we had houses under construction. And when we came to Parliament, after we finished the first set of monies and we went back to ask for $41 million to continue the housing program. At that time, we had 670 projects ongoing across St. Vincent. And every one of them, including your current representative, said no to more money to continue the housing. And they want, hold on, please. And they want to come to tell you, oh, the government ain't fixing your house. But they had an opportunity to join with the government to say this is equally important because I have constituents who need roofs. But they did not see it fit. As a matter of fact, your current representative, he left the parliament because that was not important to him. So the mommy and the daddy who was putting the bucket to catch the water because the roofs was still fixed yet, that wasn't important to Sinclair Leacock. He had other things to do. And if you are going to elect a representative on the 27th of November, you must bear all these things in mind. Because on one side, you have a party, the Unity Labour Party, that has been fighting for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that has been fighting for the development of your children and your great-grandchildren, and to level the playing field so that not only the rich and mighty can go off and study and become pilots and doctors and lawyers, but everybody, as long as you're bright and you're ambitious and you want an opportunity to develop yourself, this Unity Labour Party will lay the foundation for you. And I would tell you this, right here in Sharps, I know that there's a young woman or a young man with big dreams. He may come from a home that his mommy and his daddy didn't get a secondary education, but through the Unity Labour Party government, he was able to make it to secondary school and into college.
Dreams of brighter days.
And I know right here in Sharps, there's a 10-year-old girl who is about to go to grade 6. And she is looking forward to universal access to secondary education. That is how this Unity Labour Party loves our people. And I know that there are many of you here that were given opportunities to work at Sandals and different hotels across St. Vincent. And we are building more because we want young people to be empowered. We want the young women to step out of Sharps, well adorned in your workwear and go out in the morning. But while we are busy in the ULP telling you this is what we are going to do and this is what we are doing, there's the other side who is very silent and improving and empowering women. And I can tell you this, that the New Democratic Party in 2001, when they were about to be kicked out of office, The best plan that they came up with for the entire country was to put on a pit digging, a pit toilet program so that they can build latrines for people on the outside. When I tell you that they are blind and they are visionless, you better listen to me. It is this Unity Labour Party that uplifted the elderly in this country. It is the Unity Labour Party that uplifted the poor and the vulnerable in this country. Right up here in Green Hill, it is the Unity Labour Party that has created a magnificent housing scheme. And we have more housing coming for young people from right here in Central Kingstown.
Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Burn down with your vote on election day. And when you vote for your party, remember to vote ULP. Burn them with the fire all the way.
And you would say to me, Brewster, how are we going to do this? How are we going to continue with housing? How are we going to continue to give that little boy or girl from right here in Sharps the opportunity to soar with their wings unclipped? And it is very simple. It is very, very simple. Next week, Thursday, the 27th, you are going to go into the voting booths. While you're in the voting booth, I want you to remember a couple of things. I want you to remember that little boy or girl in your household. And I want you to remember that if you do not elect Marvin Fraser in Central Kingstown and the Unity Labour Party to run the government of this country, the dreams of that young boy and that young girl and that child will be dashed. I have always said this. I am a young man, and the good Lord called me at this time because I am young and strong. Marvin is a young man, and I worked with Mega on many occasions. Mega was once at the helm of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Football Federation. But you don't hear him going around and thumping his chest because he's not that kind of person. Mega would help many in this community. But you don't see him going around and thumping his chest and say, and me do that. I always say, if you're looking for earthly praise, you're in the wrong profession as a politician. Because you should do things from the goodness of your heart. You should not do things for you to be praised in return. And I always say, self-praise is no praise. I would tell you this. There's a lot of young men from this community of Sharps. And if you're looking for a good role model or somebody who can guide you along the right path, I will bet my money any day on Marvin Fraser as compared to the other man.
Buffalo soldier.
And there are many of you young men from Sharps who are into different sports. And if a man like Marvin is here as your representative in Central Kingstown, you will see the movement of sports leaps and bounds in your community because he's not a lazy man. He don't have to go home at 6 o'clock a dodo. Marvin is a hard worker. Marvin is a man I can give a task to and I know he's going to get it done. And if I want anything fixed, and I don't want anybody to come back and call me name, because I want it to be done in confidentiality, I will choose Marvin Fraser. I am saying to you, Central Kingstown, the task is simple. You cannot gamble on your children's future. While we are busy opening up avenues to uplift our people here in Central Kingstown and in St. Vincent. The other side, they're busy getting financiers from all across the world to line up at the trough to collect money when they sell passport and sell citizenship. This election has serious consequences if we do not do the right thing. And I want to let you know this. I am not going to leave behind any unfinished task. I have built, repaired, retrofitted in 1 year plus at the Ministry of Housing over 5,000 homes. And we have another 2,005 or so to do. And I want to tell you this, Central Kingstown. I would love for you to give to me in cabinet a hard worker to sit down by my side in the man Marvin Fraser. Because I didn't have to come to Mega and say, Mega, I want you to come help me. He came to me and he said, my people in Central Kingstown, we want to see how we could help them. And I want you, Brewster, the Minister of Housing, help me, work with me. But some of them, they had too much pride because they think Orlando is younger and he's little. So I ain't approaching Randy.
We're all in this thing together. Then can't we all just live as one?
You have an opportunity to uplift Central Kingstown. Central Eward elected me in 2020. And to this day, they say to me, Randy, we love you. You're working hard for us. Even though over the past 4+ years, I had to deal with volcano, I had to deal with Beryl, I had to deal with Elsa, I had to deal with multiple things. They said, we see you. And we know that you're working. And I will continue to work. But the good Lord, when he came to do his work on earth, he did not do it by himself. But he got 12 disciples. And one of the 12 that I want in the Parliament of St. Vincent after the elections on the 27th of November is Marvin Fraser in Central Kingstown. And I want you, Central Kingstown, it is time for you to retire, the retiree. It's time for him to go home and relax because he spent no time doing the people work in the Parliament. So your task is simple. Very simple. You're voting for your future. You're voting for your children's future. And you're voting for your children's future. And that is all I have to say to you. If they can break promises to innocent children of the Southern Grenadines, do they really love and care for you as they say? If they can oppose every positive thing that we bring to uplift our people in St. Vincent, do they really care about you in Central Kingstown? And look at the signs. Look at the signs. All they're talking about is selling and privatization because they are hungry for the money. They are hungry to get their hand on the treasury purse. They do not want to do no hard work. But me and you know that I am guided by the book that says, by the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread. For the boys on the block, you have to sweat in order to eat bread. They would come to you with fast money in this election cycle. They would come to you with a $500 here and there, but they are not teaching you to fish. They are giving you a fish. But what happens when the fish is done? So remember, the task is simple. Go out and vote for your future. Central Kingstown, I love you. You have been a wonderful audience. Thank you for having me in Central Kingstown. And I, come Mega. You see him? This is my boy from long time. And I know once you give him the opportunity to serve the people of Central Kingstown, you will have no regret in Marvin Mega Fraser. So go out and vote overwhelmingly for Marvin Mega Fraser in Central Kingstown. God bless you. I love you. And thank you for having me.
Marvin Fraser. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're jumping for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're voting for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're rocking with labor. Marvin Fraser. We don't want to see major. We rocking now, we jumping now, we voting for labor. For labor. For labor. We rocking now, we jumping.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you. You know, you've heard the message tonight. But you know, it's troubling about the capital city, Kingstown. If you look behind me, it have Luke Brown for East Kingstown and Marvin Fraser. And she's not here tonight. She's in the Southern Grenadines, Kisal Peters. You look at those three young people. When we talk about owning the future, compare that to Leacock, Cummins, and Bramble. What future is there? What future is there? Lavon, stretch your imagination. Could you imagine Sinclair Leacock as a minister of government and you had to go to him? Could you imagine Cummins as a minister of government and you had to go to him? You're afraid to knock the door. Well, you have to walk with a horn. You will have to walk with a horn. And then Bramble, who is bordering on 60, Luke ain't 40 yet. We're talking about the future. They say Bramble is 67. So all of them on the 310. And the one in Mariaqua, 310. The one in South Windward, 310. I know nothing about, I don't know how much the lady in East St. George's, but there was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, we didn't know what to do. But that's all right. If you're in Trees Content, you ain't far from it. I could tell you that. And that's certainly in the future. I want to call Just Bus before we let Marvin come and address just the crowd. I don't want you to go home without hearing Marvin. We can't do that. And you can't do that. So let me get Just Bus. How's Just Bus in Fafa? They come in? All right, they're up on the top. Just Bus come in. But Central Kingstown, look forward to the future. Don't look back to the past. Don't look back to the past at all. Look forward to the future. The Rastaman say forward ever and backward never. You can't look back. A 6 in the tail.
Yeah. Look me blaze. Central. Welcome the trend. Central. Central people come to the front. All of me Central people come to the front. Let me go. Where the Labour people there? Where the Labour? Let me go blaze. Where the Labour people there? Where the Labour? All right.
call my mother. Yes, ULP people. Let me go. Somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on junk again. That's when the rum in my head, moving like a hand no sense. Somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on junk. All they represent, put something in the air. Put something in the air.
The rum may just keep telling me to do wrong thing. Mash up the place and telling me to do wrong thing. Walk on girl waist and telling me to do wrong thing.
Blaze, wheel me there. Wheel me and hold me. Central people, we feeling tonight, we good? Labour people, no man, Blaze way, told me don't say nothing. I know my people have more energy than this, big up yourself. Central people, we feeling tonight. Somebody say Labour. Blaze, let me go again, let me talk to them. Let me go, Blaze, let me go. Let me go. All they going to help me sing tonight because I'm kind of tired, right? And I ain't how much time, me and my boys ain't how much time. So let we do it. We're doing this for Mega. All right. Somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on. Somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on.
Call my mother.
Okay.
Jump again.
Somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on jump again. Cause when the rum in my head, moving like a hand no sense. Somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on jump again. Cause when the rum in my head, moving like a hand no sense.
Listen, the rum may just keep telling me to do wrong thing. Mash up the place and telling me to do wrong thing. Walk on girl waist and telling me to do wrong thing. Just to do wrong thing and telling me
I could talk to us, you know? Alright.
Rum make we lose sense. Turn with to new sense. Shake crowd and move fence.
Who run the place, Labour? Spin them like a 2 cents. What they tell the tool men? Rum in a week. Boy, somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on junk again. That's when the rum in my head, moving like a hand no sense. Somebody go call my mother. Tell she's on junk again. That's when the rum in my head, moving like a hand no sense. Yeah, Killy where they? I introduce me bad brother Killy. Somebody say just boss. Just boss.
I want to song the horn, cause Labour love. I coming to cause problems. That's cause problems for me.
I'm coming to cause problems.
All the song the horn. Never put no Labour them out.
Labour solve problems. Westfield, I see you. I see you, West.
Bloody horn. We support the loot from Marvin Fraser. Check it out. I coming to cause problems. That's all problems. Promising me touches. I defend the I coming to cause problems. That's all problems. Promising me touches. I defend the party now. Promising me run down so they run down so. Promising me jumping up and I'm afraid.
We got cause problems.
They just sit and wondering why I can't be here.
Cause problems.
Promising me push no sense nobody care.
We love them this. It's so central full of vibes.
Them for no Labour Tiggy. Labour full of vibes. 6 in them tail. Check it out. I coming to cause problems. That's all problems. I coming to cause problems. That's all problems. Promising me run down so you run down so. I just do it.
Cause problems.
You just sit and wonder why I can't be here. Promising me push no press my barricade.
Hold on. I see them people up here love Just Bus, right? So I had to ask them if them know this one. Blaze, play it for me now. Them had to make sure them know this one. Double up, big up yourself anyway.
Big up double anyway, he did. I'm the song some hand.
Yeah.
Now we go.
Watch it. Take you. Take you. Take you. Take you. Go stand up, baby. Watch it. Take you.
One more.
Take you. Hey, what we getting them? Hey, what we getting them? Hey. Go stand up, baby. Watch it. Go stand up, baby. Watch it.
If you can't wind those shit, fire under them, make it rain. Check till the legs are shake them, kind of cook and know them cat in.
Let me hear the hand them. I want the hand them. Play hard, let the hand them. Central people! Boy!
All right. Well, we active now.
Well, we
active now.
We wait them up, Killy. I ain't gonna lie. Check it out. Check it out.
All right. Well, let us spread the love. Labour is all about love and good energy, right? So who know Marvin winning his seat? Blow someone. I know Marvin taking it. Blow some horn. Leak out better. Watch yourself, now.
Good energy, fully.
I tell you, say it's good energy in the mass, real energy in the band. I tell you, say it's good energy in the mass, real energy in the band.
Take it up, let
I say, hey now, mass going down. Trouble all in the air. Black skin grenade, nasty behavior. Loose and make the place. Get the weed and rum. I mean, don't watch mass up in the place now.
Help me out now.
It's trouble from the gate, man, let me in. Just bust through that thing. Tell some boy don't try and intervene. Can we go? You know how we the rum, I mean rum. Mass up in the air. We the rum, I mean rum. Jump going grenade. We the rum, I mean rum. Watch trouble up in the air. We the rum, I mean rum.
Never people.
I tell you, say good energy.
Song the hands. Make some
Real energy in the band. I tell you, say good energy in the mass. Real energy in the band. And I say, mass going down here. Trouble up in the area. Black skin grenade. Nasty behavior. Get the weed and rum. And me don't watch mass up in the place. Which is a vice. One shot of liquor and me head the nice. Don't care what to talk cause I live in my life. It's fat on the fair, yeah, I outside the wine. Outside the wine. Weed and rum, I mean rum. Mass up in the air.
Blaze.
Weed and rum, I mean rum.
Let go the big thing right there, so. Central, good night.
Marvin, who I
Central, good night.
Okay.
What you mean? Blow some hand there. Blow some hand there.
This is the tune for later.
Run it, Blaze.
Yeah, support
Come here we go, let we go. This one here for Labor. This one for Marvin,
Make the boss
Luke,
to
and
the
the whole
front.
family. You know what I mean?
ULP.
Hey, Marvin, somebody does
The other side of us.
want them. Because when they reach someday, it's problem. Come to the front. Come to the front.
Never people want them.
Come,
Number 6. We giving them licks. Somebody does hit them off. Get them off like ticks. Marvin winning his seat, yeah. Great plans for the future. He helping our families.
Ring the bell, ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Labor cars. Bloody
Come on, we give them
the
the
labor cars. Come here, we show them we labor dance.
All of
This is for you. This is for you.
Yeah, we rolling with Marvin. We don't let go on them. Somebody just want them. Problem if you call way.
And you know we coming out. We bringing the army. Before the week reach Monday, we done come for Friday. Labor cars.
Labor call. What you mean? So we talk to them then.
Tell the cat bring the army out. The election day we swarm them out. Licks like peas and rain. Have them jumping and them balling out.
Licks from the front.
Have them balling out.
Ready in the place, ready in the place, ready in the place.
The army out.
Ready in the area.
Let me hear the hands.
Not
I want to hear the hands.
He ready not that place, yeah.
Ready in the area.
We doing it for Fraser.
Put up something in the air. Show
Let me go.
Marvin. Yeah, we do it, Marvin. We done the count on them.
Somebody just want them.
Problem if you call way. And you know we coming out. We bringing the army. Before the week reach Monday, we done come for Friday. Labor cars. Labor, 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 labor. Labor, labor,
Come let me get Blaze. 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 Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Yo. All have to learn this one here tonight. This one is a big one. You know what I mean? Let me go. Let me go.
This one for all. We do this for all, yo.
6.
We rolling with ULP. Marvin.
Just somebody better tell the other side and just want them. Because when they reach someday,
It's problem. Marvin. Labor people want them.
Labor.
6.
Hey,
We giving them licks. Somebody does hit them off. Get them off like ticks. Marvin winning his seat, yeah. Great plans for the future. He helping our families and making up youths, yeah. Ring the bell. Labor call. Come let we give them the labor call. Come let we show them we labor dance. And all of this is just labor love.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We done the count on them. Somebody just want them. Problem if you call way. And you know we coming out. We bringing the army. Before the week reach Monday, we done come for Friday.
Labor call.
Labor, 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 labor.
You know what I mean? Love in the house, man. Marvin. Big up yourself every time, right?
Central.
Yeah, please. Luke Brown.
coming out. Licks like peas and rain.
Love
Have
it,
them
man.
jumping and them balling out. Licks, 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 licks. Have them balling out. Ready in the place, ready in the place, ready in the place. The army out. Ready in the era, ready in the era. Nothing yellow safe, yeah. We ready, not that place, yeah.
Ready in the era, we doing it for Fraser.
Put up something in the air, shout Marvin Fraser.
For Marvin, we don't look out on him. Somebody that's want them. Problem if you call way. And you know we coming out. We bringing the army.
Before the week reach Monday, we done comfy Friday.
Labor, labor, labor. Voting for Marvin. Up a Green Hill, we voting for Marvin. Over Sharp Side, we voting for Marvin. From your say past that, you don't know it's Marvin. Marvin, 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 Marvin. It's Marvin. Yeah, we voting for Marvin. We don't look out on him. Somebody just want them. Problem if you call way. And you know we coming out. We bringing the army.
Before the week reach Monday, we done comfy Friday.
Labor call.
I'm living in the labor call.
This is labor love.
Labor, 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 labor.
Labor call. We don't look out on them. Somebody just want them. Problem if you call. And you know we coming out. We bringing the army.
Till cottage 2000 all over. We move with Marvin Fraser. We voted for Fraser. Fraser is working. That kind of vibes, that kind of energy, yeah?
Marvin, I had to give Marvin no further introduction. And I don't need to give Marvin any further introduction. Central Kingstown, I give you a decent human being. A humble human being. A brother who displays moral ethics and class. A man who belongs to the people of Central Kingstown. None other than Marvin Fraser, the next representative for Central Kingstown. This is the end and the beginning of a new era. This is time for the change in Central Kingstown. Central Kingstown, come home. Come back home.
There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, you will hear. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be. I won't tell no lie. One and all got to face reality now.
Comrades of labor. Comrades of labor. My labor warriors, good night. My labor family, blow your horns.
Stop blowing the horn.
Comrades of Labor, I say a pleasant good night, and I bring you greetings in the name of the Most High, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, without whom we are nothing, and without whom we can do nothing. We are only alive today because of the grace of God. It doesn't matter how strong you feel you are today. You are only alive because God has blessed you to be on the land of the living. Some of us are boastful with our lives, but we are only here because God has blessed us to see another day. My name is Marvin Mega Fraser. I stand before you tonight as humble as ever. Redemption Sharps, I thank you. I thank you for having us tonight in your midst. I thank you because you have been an essential part of my growth and my development. I am honored to be with you in Redemption Sharps because I grew up, played football, walked with you, stayed with you for hours, and spent a lot of time with you in Redemption Sharps. I am who I am because of Redemption Sharps and the environment right here in this community. Central Kingstown, those of you under the sound of my voice, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to represent you. Tonight is a very special night because Central Kingstown and Redemption Sharps, you have shown that Central Kingstown is indeed red. Central Kingstown is ready, and Central Kingstown is rising.
And every time I knock on me neighbor door, I hear it.
To my comrades who spoke before me. To my comrades who spoke before me, I want to thank you for highlighting the tremendous work of the ULP government. The tremendous work that the ULP government has done over the past 24 years plus. And I must express tonight my deep appreciation to our Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Ralphie Gonsalves, and the leadership of the ULP for placing their trust and confidence in me to bring the Central Kingstown seat back home. Comrades, I often say, to achieve it, we must believe it. And you tonight in Redemption Sharps, you have demonstrated that you have faith in me and faith in yourselves to bring home Central Kingstown under the leadership of the Unity Labour Party.
Give them the big six.
Central Kingstown is ready, and Redemption Sharps, you are ready for leadership that is rooted in love, unity, vibes, positivity, youth, and energy. I love the community of Central Kingstown. I love every part of Central Kingstown because growing up, I spent time in every part of Central Kingstown. You have a candidate tonight standing before you who loves the community of Redemption Sharps. who respects the elderly of Redemption Shops, who is committed to uplifting the youths of Redemption Shops, and who wants every family in Redemption Shop to feel hope again in Central Kingstown. Comrades, you listen to the Minister, Honorable Orlando Brewster, and he has spoken about the ULP and its commitment to building homes. And comrades, it has been no small task for any government to build the amount of homes that the ULP government has built. In 2001, when we came into office, there was under 30,000 homes. Now you have close to 50,000. And that is because you have a government that is working for you. And you have a government that will continue to work for you. And Redemption Shops, just as their honorable comrade Brewster said, we will continue to build out homes right here for people in Redemption Shops. And when we decide to build out more homes, the difference now is that we, Kingstown, to come and own these homes before us. And that is what representation is all about. When we build homes in Central Kingstown, I am going to make sure when I sit at that table, Central Kingstown residents, we get the preference to own our homes in Central Kingstown.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright.
Comrades, my Prime Minister knows. My Prime Minister knows. And Brewster knows. And everybody in Parliament knows that Marvin Fraser is a determined fighter for his people. And I would show them that I would fight for the rights of my people in Central Kingstown. A decent home means stability, security, and a foundation for a better life for our people. And I want you to know that while you are thinking that the ULP government has done nothing much in building these homes, and you don't want to commend our Honorable Prime Minister and his team for building these houses and homes for so many people, and you are willing to listen to people who are saying to you, vote them out, I want you to know that the people who are saying vote them out, in their 17 years in government, they never built one home for any of you, neither here in Redemption Shops.
Keep them out, keep them out. They have no plan, keep them in the opposition.
They want you to be angry. So they're going around and telling you to stay home if you're disgruntled and not to vote if the ULP ain't fix your roof yet. I want you to know that if they were in power, you won't even get a steps built for you, much less to have your roof built. They want you to vote them in. Vote them in. And vote out the ULP who has built houses for you, who continues to repair your homes after burial. But they won't tell you that they have no plans at all to continue to repair any homes or to build any homes for any of you right here in Redemption Shops. They want you to slight the education revolution. Slight it. Treat it as if it was nothing. But you are in a home where you have at least one university graduate in your home. And the plan is to ensure that every household across St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the year 2030 has a university graduate in every single home. They want you to believe that that is normal. Let me tell you something. There is no other government across the region that has accomplished what St. Vincent and the Grenadines has accomplished in education.
When my pencil want the exits for labor, for who? Labor. Everybody, mother. Labor of the world.
The education revolution has revolutionized St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Redemption Shops. So let them talk. Let them complain. Let them say, all of them always talking about that. You know what I know in Central Kingstown and right here in Redemption Shops? When you see school opens in September for the very first day of school, I see NDP people, Labour Party people, people who supporting no party, every single body wants to see their child looking the best to go to school on September the 1st because they respect what the ULP has done for education. A lot of the people who are saying to vote out the government has ensured that uniforms are provided for them, has ensured that meals in school are provided for them, has ensured that books are provided for them, easing their lives up so that they could send their children to be educated. The government has ensured that they have done all of that. Yet, the NDP would want you to turn around and vote out such a government. My friends and family in Redemption Shops, education opens doors. Education uplifts families. Education breaks the cycles of poverty. Education creates opportunity. Today in SVG, right here in Redemption Shops, you don't have to be a rich person's son or daughter to go off to study overseas. The government continues to work to provide those opportunities for every single one of us.
Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now.
The ULP government, we are building a nation where opportunity is not based on your last name, but on your dreams, on your talent, and your hard work. And any government that is serious about uplifting its people must educate them. And that is exactly what Comrade Ralph E. Gonsalves and this ULP government has been doing for years and years and years. And we will continue to do it.
Destiny, Mama look from when you call me. Destiny, Mama look from when you call it. I wanna rule my destiny.
On many occasions, you have heard us talk about healthcare. And in central Kingstown, the plan is for us, while we build out health facilities, the new hospital, acute medical facility at E.T. Joshua, and while we have the magnificent diagnostic hospital in Georgetown, and while we continue to build clinics, Bookament, and all these places, Central Kingstown, you are getting your own under my representation, so we have close medical attention right here for us when I am elected. Central Kingstown, redemption shops. Leadership is very important. Leadership matters. Great leadership doesn't come a dime a dozen. Good, humble camaraderie is needed when it comes to leadership. Humility is necessary. It took great leadership and vision to block out all the noise of the NDP and still go ahead and build the Argyle International Airport. It took great leadership and vision to block out all the noise of your representative and his friend who lives right here in your community to go ahead and build the new Kingstown modern port. It took leadership and vision to build sandals, to get beaches, to get Marriott, to build the Holiday Inn, and to, of course, build all the healthcare facilities that we have. These people who are turning around and telling you, and you know, redemption shops, I spent time here with you. I know a lot of the issues that are plaguing you right here in redemption shops. And a lot of the issues that are plaguing you are issues that are easy to resolve if we would just cooperate and ensure that we put our minds that we want positive representation. If we would say that we want representation for all of us instead of selfish representation. Too many of us in redemption shops right here care about ourselves and what a representative could give to me instead of what a representative can do for us. And the man who is representing Central Kingstown is so manipulative that he is able to feed on the weaknesses of those of you who want to remain weak. He gives you the smallest things to keep you loyal to him. And he makes you walk to recruit others for him by giving you the smallest things to give to them. While he gives you the smallest portion, he takes the biggest pieces. Let me tell you something. A lot of you are taking small things in exchange for your children's future. Small favors in Central Kingstown in exchange for your children's future. You are so happy to hug up your little infant and you want to give them the best, but you are exchanging that for a light bill payment or a water bill payment, some drinks on the block. It is time we let go of that kind of representation and embrace representation for our future.
I say true bad mind out of window. Me say no bad mind people and them can't come around way.
So what? So what if a man could pass by your shop and leave $200 and tell them, drink to the leisure for $200? So what? That means nothing in the grand scope of your children's future. It means nothing. You've been accepting too little for too long, and that is why I am here to change that in Central Kingstown.
Only neighbor shouting, labor, labor, working for we.
And tell me how I could help your child to get better in school by giving. We're selling ourselves short in Central Kingstown. We're selling ourselves short in redemption shops. Too long. I sat with you. I went around in this community since March, and many of the parents and the youngsters in this community said, Mega, nothing happening in shops for too long. Help us to do something in shops. Give we something. Do something for we. Bring back some excitement. I decided to invest in your children and the youths and have a marvelous football competition. One that has been hailed across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The views and reviews were excellent. I sat with people who said, thank you. I was able to sell drinks. I was able to sell food. I was able to do all kind of things because of the competition that you had for 10 weeks in shops. I gave back to this community without asking for anything because I love this community. I love redemption shops. I love every one of you, whether you're yellow, red, pink, or blue.
And me say family. Sure. If I want thing, me hate a fern killer. Me no believe in a fern killer. Family, 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 family.
I have never disrespected anybody in redemption shops, whether they tell me they love the major or they love the mega. Never, ever, ever disrespected any of you. But a lot of you are taking politics on a level and deciding that you could disrespect the mega. I have done nothing to any of you but love you all, and I will continue to love you. And when people decide to manipulate you, when people decide to manipulate you and exploit your weaknesses and turn you around on your own people, I am telling you, I, Mega, will not stand for it. Come on, man. It is time that we decide to big up Central Kingstown and to big up redemption shops. We are not accepting any small change to pay bills. We are not accepting that from no representative in exchange for our future. We want to own our future. And we will own it under the ULP government. When I walk through here, and I walk through Green Hill, and I walk through Largo Heights, let me tell you, I have walked and walked and walked. I feel sometimes that me twist knee getting straight. The amount of walk I walk in. I walk so much that me knock knee getting straight. But I could tell all you something. The walk is worth it. Because again, involved in the lives of all my constituents. Again, to sit down with people. Again, to sip some tea with some grandmothers who happy to have me sit with them. Again, to talk to some grandfathers who ain't get a stranger come and sit and talk with them in years. I went to a place last week, just by Paul over Hollywood area there. When you go across like you're going down to, like you're going back around to Murray's village, there's a gap you go down by a house. And there's some homes down there. And to my surprise, every single body who lived there said the same thing to me. What is the first time any representative from any party at all ever come down here?
Love, love, love. Yeah. Wanna see it? Love, love, love. To see love amongst my friends. To see that is a friend. None of us can run from the truth. Oh yes.
For wow it where we dwell. So I'm an
that is hell. Yeah, live so forget to use. To see love amongst my friends. To see that is a friend. None of us can run from the truth. Oh yes.
Central Kingstown. Redemption Shops. Let me tell all you something, you know. Because I want you to know that it is love that is driving me. When I was running back last year, March, for football president, the people told me, Mega, you had football going so well in 2019, and they got rid of you. And please, we want you to come back. I said, boy, I can't take this comeback thing with people who ain't understand where they want to go. If you don't have a vision where you want to go, you're going to end up somewhere that you don't think you would have ended up. So I was contemplating whether to go back to run for football president. And all kind of people come and say, Mega, you have to try again. We need you. So I say, all right, let me go again. And so I went. To my surprise, a lot of the people who said, Mega, we want you back, at the last minute, took positions that were $300 a stipend for a month to vote against me. And I said to myself, I understand human beings. We always look for what is directly in front of our faces. Something tangible. Right now, I want it. No. And so a $300 stipend was worth more than the future of football in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I accepted that. But in accepting that, I said, Father, you know all things. And the stone that the builder refused does always turn around to be the head cornerstone. And I left it right there in the Lord's hand. But in my campaign, I said to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines that I don't want a stipend to run football in St. Vincent. I said every dollar that you're going to pay me, I want to take it and put it into a scholarship fund for young people that they may grab opportunities. I put it in my manifesto. I solved it on the platform. I said it on radio. I said it on TV. I said it on ESPN. I said it all over the world that I don't want a single cent. I don't want a cent to take care of the future of the youths in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I said I would work for free. I said I would work for free. When I said that, the people decided that they still going to do what they want to do. Lo and behold, football is on a path where people, the same people who voted for the ones who are in office, they are turning around and making the most noise every single day over the state of football in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And when I don't join them to talk, they say, boy, Mega gone silent. But why should I talk again when I tried to speak in the first place? Redemption Shops, I am here, and I am saying to you right now the same thing that I said to them back then. You have an opportunity to fix things in Central Kingstown right now. Do not spawn the opportunity and then cry after. too many of us in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, not just in central Kingstown, but across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are willing to accept too much small things for our future. We are exchanging our future for too many little things. The small things, the quick cash, the grab a money here, the grab a money there. Don't you see when you grab a money here and you grab it there, it does done fast. It does disappear. Dishonest money can't last long. Your future is important. Your children's future is important. I walked with you. You said you have some footpath that you can't come out when rain come. I started one time to fix them. I've been fixing them. Right down the road from here, across here, Faye Mommy. All of you know Faye Mommy. She cried. She said, Marvin, when I walk go church, I have a throw the stick up the road and crawl up the road on my hands. And when I coming down the road, I have a throw the stick and crawl on my bottom, come down. I said, Granny, that is how you're living? She said, yes. I said, Granny, that is how you're living? She said, yes, Marvin. I said, Granny, don't worry. I'm going to fix that for you. I went and I got with the relevant people and I built a rail. I built a rail for her to be able to hold on and come out and hold on and go down. And she said, Marvin, thank you. You ain't in power. You're not my representative, but I thank you still.
Live at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. Live at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom. Come right at your door, knocking boom, boom, boom.
I walk through Green Hill. I meet another lady. She has a stroke. And she said, Marvin, hey, what you do for me? I live in the house. It's a nice house, but it's too far from the road. So why you build me a house in front of this house? Because when I get sick, I can't drive my wheelchair out of the home to go up to meet the ambulance because I'm too far from the road and the road ain't no good. I say, that has happened to you? She said, yes, Marvin. I said, miss, I have some options in my head. Building a home in front of your home is going to take too long and cost too much money. I said, but I have a plan. What I will do is try to get the road fixed from the main road all the way down to you so that when you're ready, you will be able to jump in your wheelchair and somebody will be able to push you up quickly to the main road. I have started that project and it is almost finished. There is a man just a little further from her who, when he saw what I was doing, he came to my office and he said to me that he just came home. He just came home and he wants help because he has a vehicle, but when he drives up, there is no way for him to go because there's no road by his home. And I said, brother, I will come and see what you're talking about. I went there and I looked at it and I scratched my head and I said, boy, I don't know how I'm going to solve this one here, but I'm going to talk to people and see what they could do. I met with people. I took them there. We looked at it. The road by his house is cut. It's completed. I've thrown stone on it and it's just now to roll it so he could drive to his home. Simple things, and I am not your representative. There is a guy who came to me and the people said to me, when he come to you, don't do nothing for him. The people said, Marvin, don't do nothing for him because he's a big NDP man. And I said, what does NDP have to do with me helping people? I said, I don't want to hear who is NDP or who is ULP. I want to hear how I can help my people.
Labor working for me. Labor is working. Labor working for me. Labor work.
Right now, I am completing his steps so that he could get to his home. I am doing that for him. I am doing footways and pathways for people to get to their homes. And I will continue to do that. I have looked at bridges that needs to be done between Dayson Cottage and Lodge Village. I have gone there, looked at it, and decided that these things have to be done within the next couple of years. Must be done, and they will be done. I am telling you. The farmers in Fenton, when they saw me, they said, "Come, Mr. Fraser. We can't drive to go to we lands. The amount of money we paying to help people, to pay people to jog, we manure and stuff, and to lift them, it's better we don't farm." And I said, "Show me." And when they showed me, I said, "Lord, have mercy." And I went and got the people to look at that road and to bulldoze it down and stabilize it. And so now every farmer who has a vehicle could drive and get to their farmland. I am not somebody who's a talker. I am a solution-oriented kind of guy. That is why I love IT so much. Because whenever people can't find the solution why they can't get onto the internet, I like to jump in and fix that for them. When they come and they can't figure out why they can't print, I love to jump in and fix that for them. When they figure out, boy, why the network ain't working and why they can't stay from here and communicate to the office 300 yards down the road, I like to come and fix that for them. I find solutions to problems, and that is why I am the mega solution to the major problem in Central Kingstown.
When my pencil on the next is for labor, for whom labor? Everybody, motto. Labor of the world and live up, motto.
You don't have to worry about whether you are yellow, red, pink, or blue. Marvin Mega Fraser loves you. I love you, and I will work for you. You don't have to try to hate me for no reason. You've been loving me when I had my football competition. You've been sitting with me. You've been offering me a drink. I've been purchasing drinks from you. All of a sudden, you're passing me straight and hating me for no reason because the man who you love and representing telling you that you have to hate me. You don't have to hate me. You sit down with me, you laugh with me, now you're ripping down my posters off of a pole. You don't have to do that. It's still mega. Where you carrying on so far? You're pulling down my posters. You're cutting off the head. You're doing all kind of things. Like Mega do you something. A month ago, you've been sitting right down next to me and we've been knocking a drink together. You drink where you are, I drink my tonic water. We've been showing love. Now you hate me. Because your representative spewing only hate and bitterness. That is not Mega Marvin Fraser, and it will never be. I have to give an account for my soul. And it profits me nothing if I gain this world and lose my soul. Take the politics, take the position, take everything you want from me, leave me with my soul in Jesus' name.
One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright.
And let me tell all you something. There are some people who going around acting like if they know me, you know. They talking things as if they know me. They talking things about my childhood as if they know my childhood. They want to talk and spread the rumors to help the man. They want to help him so much that they're talking things about me that they don't even know. When you ask them anything about me, some of them, I have 50,000 women, but none of them can even tell me who my first girlfriend be. None of them can tell me who was my first girlfriend, but all of them know how much woman I had.
Chatty, chatty, Mount Amasi, mix up, why you not leave people?
They calling me all kind of thing. And here the thing with them now. When they stand up talking, they talking bad about me. And they see me coming and I pass. Good afternoon, Mr. Fraser. Good morning, Marvin. But when I gone, you know he the worst thing. Like, where all of that for? What all of that for? Just for politics? Just for an election? Then when election done, you want to be my friend. You want we sit down again. Where all of that for? Let me tell all you something. I have people who know nothing about me talking as if they could write my biography. They could write my biography. When people bring them and say, they get sent to me, you know. The people sending them to me, hear them now, hear them. Go by Marvin down there. He go get you where you are. And when you don't get where you are, we will vote him out still.
Me nah say no, my friend, no. Nah go this, my friend, no.
And hear me now. Hear me now. When they come, I'm watching them straight in the face. I know where they come for. I know what they come for do. But just like how Jesus treated Judas, I'm giving them it and I'm telling them, I love you still. Go on with it. Then they come on the road and I hear him tomorrow. I go by him and he give me this and he give me that. And here what? If they come next week again and they cry and say the child hungry, I'm giving them again. You know why? Because it's not about them. I understand the thinking, you know. I understand the thinking. You see, when we as a people subject ourselves for people to manipulate us and for people to infiltrate our intelligence and make us do things for them that they don't want to do for themselves, we allow them to use us and misuse us. And then we come and we take it out of our own people. While they stand on high and look at us and say, yes, they call you and I the fools because they turn you against me. While they look at themselves and they feel they are the elite. The man who's sending all you to come and he'll treat me and do me all kind of thing, you know. He think he better than all of we, you know. He believe he better than all of we. Tell me which one of you could drop down in the road and his wife or one of his children pick all you up, dust all you off and help all you. None of you. None of you. I have people who know my wife, they know my children, they grew up with me, they watch my children grow up since they're small. And now they hating my children, they hating my wife, they hating me because of politics. And I'm talking about people, you know, who you will do anything for. Let me tell all you something about this politics. Today I get a message from 3 people telling me they didn't know I stopped so. I the worst thing. And I said to myself, but friend, what does I do? Because I surprised. I did by the office all day. I'm trying to do my work. What did I do? I am in the political office helping people all day. What did I do today that I didn't do yesterday? And this is what I got. Listen to me carefully. You, as the facilities manager of the National Sports Council, You denying the NDP permission to use playing fields so that they could have meetings. You the one who doing it. We don't hear you doing it. My friends, let me tell y'all something, and I want to declare this. I have stepped down from the position for over 2 months now because of the election. I am hardly ever at the National Sports Council because I know that these people were going to do these things to me. And so to avoid it, I stayed away. Staying away still ain't help me. It's my name they still calling. It's bare rumors and nasty things they are using because they realize Marvin Fraser is nothing but love for people. But as Dennis Brown says, love and hate will never be friends. Love and hate will never be friends. My people in Redemption Shops, I will work for you. Labor will work for you. We will continue to work for you. I want you to stand up with me tonight and support me next week.
Here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life. Envy no one, no wisdom.
Elections are serious business for serious people. My ULP family in Redemption Shops, my ULP family in Largo Height, Dayson Cottage, Block 2000, Paul's Avenue, my beautiful family in Green Hill that the man say he a wrapped around his fingers and will do anything for him. I want you to understand that next week we moving him with power and energy. The ULP is going to win this election. And Central Kingstown, we need to have a seat at the table. I leave you with this. I leave you with this, my people. I leave you with this. I want you to know that I love you. I love all of you. I will love all of you forever. Because if we know not love, we know not God, because God is love. And I'm saying to you, blessed night, keep faith in God and stay focused on the road ahead with ULP. One ULP, never two. One ULP, never two. One mega, never two.
Right now we're doing this one mega. We don't want the major. Marvin Fraser. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're jumping for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're voting for labor. Marvin Fraser. Yes, we're rocking with labor. Marvin Fraser. We don't want the major. We rocking now, we jumping now, we voting for labor. For labor. For labor. We rocking now, we jumping now, we voting for labor. For labor. For labor. We red, we down in, we red. Put the X by the star and hot up them head. We red.
This election, me war Ralph win. So in Central Kingstown, we voted Marvin. Cause you know Ralph smarter than Cummins and Godwin.
For 25 years, we put with us in labor.
Yes, you heard the next representative for Central Kingstown. No long talk, we have to say no more. He tell you everything and he point out from his soul and from his heart. We have Chiwali and then I have Chanel McKenzie. So I'm treating it a little double. Huh? Move there for me and
Redemption shops. I said somebody blow a horn.
Put up your red rag.
Let me see something red.
Lift the switchy higher.
Bambadi bam bambadi. So let me see the red army. Hey, come shout for your party. Yes, we keep it them there. Progress is a must. And if you want a comrade,
Up. Yes.
he's the 6-star general.
Up.
And if you vote him Brewster, centrally we're lifting him higher. We bad and we, yes we brave, yes we brave. No one can compare.
You will be staying here.
So let me brag and me come round. Hey, come me look on sun. The man he deal with it brutal. 5-star hotel in Milan. We had no time for no comments when business bright as day. We live in SVG higher. Hey, let me see something red.
We bad and we brave.
Yes we brave, yes we brave. No one to compare. You will be staying here. And if you vote him Marvin, up. Central Kingstown, up. And if you vote him Caesar, up. So we were shouting for Taran, up. So let me see the new photos. Put your ex by the star. We don't deal with detractors. ULP send them on. Access to education. Zero hunger policy. Says in our road that we shouted. We lifting up SVG. We bad that we. ULP we. Let me see ya. Let me see ya. If you're supporting Marvin, hey, and if you voting Marvin, up.
We shouting for Montgomery.
Up. Let me see something red right now. Let we go. Get them the big sing. Only never shouting, labor, working for we. On the road,
Labor, working for we.
on the road, we trotted.
Labor, working for we.
Down the road, we labor, working for we. What? On the future, we only getting stronger. On the future, the life is getting. Cause we building bridge, we building port, we building international airports, labor. I say labor. Polyclinics, brand new house, resource centers all around. We go from the ashes on the ground to rebuilding after very storm. Hey, working for we. Hey, working for we. On construction, thousands in tuition assistance. All of Marvin supporters, let we go. On the future, we only getting. Yes, we getting stronger. I want you to make some noise for your very own Chawale.
Central Kingstown. Shops. Labor people. If you're ready to vote,
ring the bell.
Marvin Mega Fraser next week.
And you're ready to vote.
If you're ready,
if you're hype and you're ready,
if you're ready, we giving them licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Look me. This is serious business we're dealing with. Look me. This is serious business we're dealing with. We ain't taking no chances. If you want to take a chance, the lotto right now is $365,000. You can play a lotto. The Super 6 right now is $388,000. You can play a Super 6. But when it comes to governing St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we only rolling with labor. If you're ready to vote labor, make some noise.
Ring the bell.
Let me hear the horns on them.
If you're hype and you're ready to vote,
hype and you're ready to vote, we giving them licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Political licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Comrade, go and hit them for 6. Tamelo, go and hit them for 6. And Marvin, go and hit them for 6. All of them getting licks. We hitting them for 6. Labor lifted you higher. It's time to own your future. Building infrastructure. Labor's working. Labor lifted you higher. It's time to own the future. NDP is still better. Labor's working. When we talk about licks, it's not a violence thing. Labor love we bring. It's just our vibes and thing. When we talk about licks, we say, how are you sung off the horn on them? Bloody horns on them. We giving them licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Political licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Boy, Chris, go and hit them for 6. Kiesel, go and hit them for 6. Marvin, go and hit them for 6. All of them getting licks. We hitting them for 6. They have no plans and no policies. And when we point it out, they walk cussing way. But we ready and we ready. We holding it steady. We voting ULP. Give me Marvin any day. It's not a violence thing. Right now we ain't arguing with them. We just living in love. But you see, Thursday, November 27th is Labour. We giving them licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Political licks. Licks with 6. Sharps. They afraid horn, but they love licks. They afraid horn, but they love licks. We don't get them licks 5 times. And next week Thursday, we're coming out and we're voting for Marvin. Because we're going to get them licks 6 times in a row. Bring the music, bring the music. If you're ready to vote, show me your voting finger right now. If you're hype and you're ready, if you're representing for Marvin Fraser, and you're ready to vote, we giving them licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. See them what they love, licks. They love licks. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Licks with 6. Comrade, go and hit them for 6. Saboto, go and hit them for 6. Marvin, go and hit them for 6. All of them getting licks. We hit them for 6. Labour people, it is all well to come out to these meetings and enjoy the entertainment and hear from the speakers. But the most important thing is next week, we're coming out bright and early and we're putting the X next to the star. We're voting Labour. Blaze, you have something for OG right now? Give me something for OG. Give me something. OG! We're bringing another Labour man on the stage right now. We gave them what they love. They love licks.
Vincy people fed up with saltfish.
Remember you can't see whale. A honest bill.
Robbers.
Set the sail. Set the sail. Set the sail.
Set the sail. Where pussy? Where pussy? Later we ain't young. We got tongue. We got Pekwe. We got
Vincy people fed up with saltfish.
Remember you can't see whale. A honest bill. Robbers.